morning, good evening, and welcome to Gardner Edgerton High School, where tonight starts week 1 of the Class 6A state tournament as your Blazers 8-0, our #1 seed, and the road to Emporia comes through Gardner. Ryan Ragland with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Ian Jones helping with the camera. Will Thurl McIntyre down below with the stats. And Jarrett Finley on the sideline up here with me right now as we start the look around the Sunflower League, brought to you by Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed here in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware in Olathe at 159th and Merlin. And as we said, the Blazers 8-0 taking on the 0-8 Snicker. You know what would help? It helps when the man turns it on. See, I had that all set up, ready to go. You can just leave it here. You should be all right.
I just like it right here because I think if I leave it, see the difference from here to here, I think it sounds better. So I just,
for some reason, Duck doesn't have a problem with it. I don't know what his deal is.
I don't know.
He's a professional or something. I don't know.
Something. Yes, the 0-8.
He is something. The 0-8. Blue Valley Northwest
making the
Huskies.
playoffs. 0-8.
And it still baffles your mind.
I won't get it. And you explain it to me. And even though it was,
you get it, but you don't get it.
I get it. I understand it. He explained it to me.
Is that like sorry, not sorry?
Oh my gosh! Yes. and because I know last time you told me it was just this huge long explanation, and then
I tried to simplify it.
Yeah, and then you explained it to me about 20 minutes ago, and as I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. Well, it basically boils down to is they just let everybody in the playoffs.
Well,
I mean, if you had to cut and dry. They just let everybody in 6A in the playoffs.
Well, and they let everyone in 6A in basketball in the playoffs too. It's just a different form, but
right, I understand, and I get that.
Here's the basic synopsis of what they've done. If everyone remembers, they still have the 16 on the east, 16 on the west. They break those 16 down to 4-team districts. You had round robin in week 7, 8, 9. The top 2 teams from the districts went to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Well, what, Duck? Duck, turn it on.
No, I'm on. I'm watching these two jack around in the
stands. Well, I gave him a cookie.
Well, he had that, and Mom thought it'd be a good idea to give him espresso.
Well, hey, you're welcome.
Cappuccino or whatever it is.
You're welcome. They'll be able to.
Hey, this mic works just fine, fellas.
It does.
It does. It sounds good.
Yeah, and back to the playoffs.
Anyway,
Canis on a no-cut policy when it comes to.
Well, but and the reason being, and here's the reason by, and I understand it. You still wish there was a better way, but what they were doing was they would take the top 2 teams from the 4-team districts from each district. You'd have your 8 teams and do a 3-game tournament to go to state. Well, the problem is you had an overloaded district compared to a very non-loaded district. So you had 2 teams that didn't belong in with getting in, and then 1 team that belonged in that didn't get in because they were with probably the toughest district in the state and stuff, and they never could. I don't know, and you're trying to do area, and that doesn't work either. So what they did was say, you know what, we're just going to do it like we do basketball, reseed 1 through 16. The good teams are going to get in, the bad teams are not, and the teams that belong in there will get there. And I get that. And they kind of do the same thing with basketball, which they still break down to 4-team district pods, pools, whatever you want to call it. And if you win 2 games, well, then you get in. Mm-hmm. So it's 1 team out of each that gets in instead of 2. So then when you go to state, you have 4 from the east, 4 from the west, and then you do it. That's basically their and that I'm okay with. Coach Cornelson wishes they would be able to do some kind of seeding, because you take a look like at Bishop Miege, they lose to Rockhurst and they lose to St. Thomas, and Labette County gets to play Bishop Miege because they're now a 5-2 team.
Right.
Or 6-2. Well, congratulations, you're done, Labette County.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. I'm just sorry to say, but and everyone knows that Miege is probably going to land blast over everyone until it gets a state, and then it'll probably be like a 14-point game or a 10-point game, which is the way I could probably turn you guys up to. In fact, you should be turned up too. Hold on a second here.
Oh, he doesn't have his pack on yet. It helps turn the power on there, Ian Bones Jones.
Well, I've got so many cords in here. I'm trying to find out which one. 7, 8. Okay.
And no power.
Are you on there?
Do we need a sponsor so everything can go wireless?
You know anybody?
I might know a few.
Oh.
You might know a few.
There we go. Now try it.
All right.
Oh, look, it works now.
Yeah.
Well, I had.
The thing is, Miege is going to steamroll everybody because they're in 4A and they shouldn't be.
Well, now you know what? I just happen to have that information because that's what we do. We come prepared with the information. Miege actually.
And they go by enrollment anyway.
They go by enrollment.
But
They're actually tied with Ottawa with 679 enrollers. Now, here's the kicker. The lowest in Class 5A is 748. The highest in 4A drops down to 649. So you're looking at a 69 student differential.
Right.
So even if they added 30 or 40 more students, they would still be in Class 4A because they go by the enrollment.
Right.
But
So enrollment figures as of September 20th, 2018, based on 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grades.
Okay.
Is what Keisha does.
But they should do what Missouri does, and for all private schools, have a 1.5 multiplier
There-
because
Well, and there was a deal. There was
Paola.
There was a legislator in Paola that wanted to do something like that with Miege, and I think they just got tired of getting their backsides rid by Miege. And it just comes down to the point. I mean, granted, Miege, places like, and I'm not afraid to say it, places like Miege and Rockhurst and say, hey, Will, how you doing? They can go out and get kids. They can say, hey,
St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do that too. But it's just how it is. You could kind of go back to that old rule. Well, if you're getting beat, then get better. Well, the problem is when
there's a difference between getting better and then when the schools can go out and go get the better kids.
That's like telling the Jets and the Dolphins, you're playing New England twice a year. You better get better. Well, we've got this ownership problem that don't know what they're doing on how to get people, and so it's.
You might as well throw the Cowboys in there too.
Oh snap!
And we are now officially shutting off Will for the night. Got to say goodnight.
Oh no! That was not a soccer comment. That was not a. Wait a minute. How did
Dustin with the Blazer Broadcast Network?
Wait a minute. How did Dallas do last weekend? Who'd they play?
They got shafted.
They
got shafted.
The
Redskins.
They lost to the
Redskins.
Redskins.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what the Chiefs did? They won in primetime.
They did. And you know what I said about 3 years ago, if not 4 years ago? I said, and I put it on Facebook so that way it's documented.
Yeah.
The Cowboys will never even sniff the NFC championship game as long as Jerry Jones is owner.
But I don't want to get into it. We're talking high school football here right now, okay? Now we're talking.
Yeah,
we're talking how 0-8 teams made it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And we are not talking about the Cowboys right now.
Amazing how going from high school football went to the Dallas Cowboys, kind of that same level.
No, it isn't. It's just
because it's another high school team.
Am I right, Duck?
Will, no. Will,
pretty spot on today, guys.
Will just went.
Will's on fire.
No,
Does Dallas still have an NFL team? They haven't been on TV lately.
I think
you mean they just weren't on primetime?
You know
Fox
what?
Network
Not
on
anymore.
last Sunday.
They you know what the thing is?
Let's go. Oh my.
They have plenty of football games at Texas Stadium or whatever the hell they call it.
Right.
It's just the bad thing
Stadium.
is some of the best games are when Dallas isn't playing.
Yeah, the state high school playoffs.
Well, there you go.
Wow, Will, you guys are poking a bear right now. You're poking a bear, and I'm going to come out and attack.
Wow.
Okay, you're poking a bear right now.
Hey, there's only one word right now that we can say.
Sporting.
Scoreboard.
Sporting.
That'll. You know what? And I can't turn you down because if I do that, then I turn Jared down. So wow, I can't.
Sporting.
I can't.
Man.
I can't knock. Anyway, okay. This is
high school football. 0-8 teams making the playoffs. It's ridiculous.
This is a look around the Sunflower League,
Yes.
brought to you by Trails West State's Hardware and Feed. Now that little Somehow I lost control of it. I don't know how that happened, but
I do. His name rhymes with
It's
Phil.
the BBN, fellas.
BBN. That's right. You never expect on the BBN.
So scores last week. Gardner over Shawnee Mission West 35-14. Lawrence Free State over Lawrence 28-13. Shawnee Mission East over Olathe West 38-7. Shawnee Mission South Shawnee Mission Northwest over Shawnee Mission South. Let me back that up. I thought I had it right first time. Shawnee Mission South over Northwest 49-41. Olathe Northwest lost to Olathe North 63-42. Olathe Northwest putting up 42 points over the Eagles. That's kind of surprising. Shawnee Mission North 56-13 over Leavenworth, and Olathe South fell to the Hawks of Olathe East 40-26. Gardner and Lawrence Free State at 8-0. Shawnee Mission South, East, and Olathe North at 6-2. Shawnee Mission Northwest, North, and Olathe South at 4-4. Olathe East at 3-5, Olathe West at 2-6. At 1-7, Olathe Northwest and Lawrence. 0-8, Shawnee Mission West. There is a test at the end of the broadcast, so make sure you take your notes. Now, here's what everyone has asked me, and thank you for Ian for clarifying or brought it to my attention, but I didn't delve into it as much as I should have. But basically what they do is, if there's no head-to-head, they take a plus/minus 13 on your score. So, like week 1, Blazers defeated Shawnee Mission East 28-23. So that gave the Blazers a +5 in their quote tiebreaker column. If you win by more than 13, your max score is 13. If you lose, your max points lost are 13. So, with that in mind, what that did was, with a lot of the seeds at 4-4, there was actually 4 teams. At 6-2, Olathe North had a +52, and Shawnee Mission South had a +39. So that's why Olathe North is a 3 seed. Shawnee Mission North is a 9th or 4th seed. So here's the weird thing, because I had a bunch of people ask me, okay, Derby was 8-0, Lawrence Free State's 8-0. They demolished everyone they had. Derby demolished everyone they had. So how does Lawrence get a 2 seed and Derby gets a 1 seed? Well, the reason is that Derby demolished literally everyone by almost 20 points every game. So that gave them a max of the +13 of 104. Well, Lawrence Free State played Shawnee Mission East. They defeated them 36-30, so that only gave them a +6. So they lost 7 points to Derby, so their plus was 97. So
and they didn't do that great against Lawrence.
No, they didn't. But it was 13. That's all. That's all they needed. It was 28. 28-13. So they still got their 13. So that's why Lawrence Free State's number 2 seed and Derby is number 1 seed. So there you go.
There you go.
So we have 0-8 teams making the playoffs, and we have 2 8-0 teams. Just because of point differential, one plays on one side, one plays on the other, and one side could be more difficult than the other, but the team that has more point differentials on their scores gets a higher seed.
But that makes sense.
That makes more sense.
Because I think that's that's not just a Acacia rule. I think that is almost a nationwide, because I think the state of Nebraska does the exact same thing. If you have to defeat your opponents by a certain amount of points, and if you do that, you get higher points going to the playoffs and everything else like that.
Yeah, and we will talk to Coach Cornelison here at the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show here in a little bit, and he would like to have a seeding or reseeding or schedule, toughness of schedule going on like that. So that's what he would like. Real quick, I want to remind everyone, McCarthy Auto Group is the primary sponsor, the title sponsor for all tournament action here on the Blazer Broadcast Network. So a huge thanks to Carl Kramer with McCarthy Auto Group for stepping up. That's why. Okay, hold on a second here. I have something that's missing. I do not know why.
Oh, your slideshow.
Yeah. Why is that missing? There we go. Hold on a second here, folks. I don't know why it wasn't on there. Hold on a second.
What's
here.
missing your slideshow?
Well, the slideshow with all the sponsors, and I looked down at it. I don't know why it wasn't running. And I'm like, it should have been running. So let's see here.
It should. It says right there, image slideshow.
Yeah, but
well, maybe if you were trying to figure it out, you could play the pregame show with the coach.
Yeah, I'll get that here. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, it bugs me that it's not on there for whatever reason. So that bothers me. So it's kind of one of those things. But yeah, McCarthy Auto Group has come up large with the postseason broadcast and. There we go. There they are. There we go. Hold on here, folks. We almost got it. We almost got it here. And boom, there it is. I feel better.
Okay.
I wanted to get down. I didn't want to rip anyone off, but that's why everything is down to the bottom, because I wanted to make sure McCarthy Auto Group, everyone knew that they were primary sponsors of the tournament action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, Carl Kramer, he wanted to come up tonight, and he wasn't able to, but all I did was give him a call and say, hey, it's tournament action again. He goes, we're in. He goes, guys are doing a great job. Blazers 8-0. How can we not do it? So huge thanks to McCarthy Auto Group. Make sure you go there and tell them a huge thanks, and make sure when you're in for a used car or new car, some of the best deals you're going to find anywhere, look them up at kccars.com. And actually, Duck,
Sir?
I did see our special guest. Is he going to make it up here?
He's going to try to come up and visit.
He's looking good, man.
Well, and we were talking about that. So he started a keto diet, and he's drinking a ton of water.
Dude is looking.
He looks.
He looks stout. Yeah. So and we'll keep it secret here. The people that of the broadcast that know, we'll just say one of the old coaches, one of our favorite old coaches, is here, and we'll try to get him on. So we haven't seen him in what, couple years? Has it been about that? Yeah, 2 years.
2.
So anyway, let's see, what time is it? 6:30. Yeah, we still got a little bit.
Hey, real
Yes.
quick.
Yeah.
I did a radio remote with KOFO out of Ottawa over the weekend. And
No.
They will be piping into the broadcast from time to time to get our score update and snippets. And so I just want to let you know that they broadcast Ottawa football.
Nice.
Ottawa High School.
Okay.
And so we got to talk about high school football, and I told them where to find us. So they are going to be watching on YouTube tonight.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. And
So that means no cussing, Ryan.
Dang it.
Lee, man. Now, have you introduced yourself to Coach Cornelson yet?
Yes.
Okay. So, and did you tell him that you probably thought it was a good idea not to get with him during the halftime last week?
We have not gone that far yet. We have already talked about this week. And so
Okay, so
if the
you're already
time is
squared
right,
away and everything?
We're good to go. I've already talked to White Hat,
Uh-huh.
who is Mr.
Uh-oh, he's got more cards.
Well, he's got a name?
Oh, dude, he had a card. He had
This
card of
week,
all of
I
them.
get a card with pictures. That way we know which one is blind and which one is deaf.
We knew. Well, we knew which one. We knew which one that had the limp that couldn't get around everywhere. And first he was trying to control everything, and then he kind of let everything go.
Well, and I'm kind of curious to see if I'm going to get any sort of educational tidbits this week because, sir, did we not cross? Did my hands go up? Well, my bad.
That's a fist pump, man. That's a fist pump right there.
You're right. Your hands did not go up. Mr. Tom Alt will be our referee today. Greg Collada will be our umpire. Darren Wright will be our head linesman. Andrew Fry will be our back judge. And Bill Hicks will be our sideline judge.
We used to have a Hicks. On the broadcast.
And did you ask him if we could go out with him at midfield to
We
do
will
the coin
be
toss?
out there at midfield during the coin flip.
Darn tootin'.
Well, Doug just kind of has that
Charisma,
Yeah.
ability.
whatever it is, he has it.
I mean, he did have a billboard, so.
It's
He did.
It's my aura.
Hey, Will,
Sure.
you can join the conversation. I mean, you're doing pretty good. We need.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know what? The less we hear of
hey,
Will.
if we need to talk about Cowboys again, I'm in.
Oh my gosh. Let's leave the.
Hey, I sent Jared a picture.
Yes, you did.
Oh, you did?
And then I sent you another one back.
Oh,
Ryan, I sent it to you too.
Yeah.
oh, you did?
Yeah,
Hold on
I
a second here.
Wow, thanks for ignoring me, Will.
No, I think you're on there too, Will.
Ian, you're still
Ian?
here?
What?
Oh, there you
No,
go.
you're not.
Hey, Ian, I don't have your phone number.
Yeah, you do.
Uh-oh.
Don't lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
We'll get
real
the
quick,
digits.
Yeah.
real quick, I just looked on YouTube. You want to guess how many we have, Jarrett,
I'm
already right
guessing,
now?
I'm guessing.
86.
53.
53. So what
We
are
want 300.
So what are we? So, okay, now I know you told the people you would dye your hair pink for
Speak
200.
of the Fallen Wolf, says greetings from the student section. Go ahead.
Okay, you would dye your hair pink for 200. What are we going to do for 300?
Not a thing.
Oh my gosh.
Haven't even.
No.
We're
we
not
have
even going
to do
there.
something.
Hey, I did my part. I think it's time for one of you two to do something.
I'm
All
good.
right, Ian has more hair.
Nope.
Ian has the most hair than everybody.
He could carry pink off a lot better than I could.
No.
Pink mohawk, 300 viewers.
No, I'm
Ian
not doing
Bones Jones.
I'm not doing that.
Blue, silver and blue. Blue down the middle, silver on the sides. 300 viewers. Are you in?
We have
I'll
50.
do blue.
Blue
Blazer blue?
mohawk?
Yeah.
A blue mohawk.
That'll
I don't
work.
know about a mohawk.
Dude, you can pull it off. You have the
You
hair.
realize how many weird looks I'm going to get at work?
You know how many weird
ready?
looks you get right now at work that you just don't know about?
You get enough weird looks as it is, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
No one-
okay. So if we get 300 viewers, you will dye your hair blue.
Yeah,
Yes.
There we go,
Silver,
300.
Silver
Ian.
on the sides or just blue?
just blue.
How about white and blue? What blue down the middle? Blue down the middle.
You know
white on
what?
the sides.
I say what we do is we shave the sides and get the GE on one side and
That's what I did for
whatever
radio
number on
station.
the other
That's
side.
what I did.
No, that was two different teams. We're talking like the helmet.
That's true.
Screw it. Let's go.
300.
Are you
There we go.
going
We
to
have
shave
it.
the side and do it?
We have it.
I don't know about that.
Or are you just going to dye it blue?
I'll just dye it blue.
All
Just
right.
that blue. All right.
All right,
so-
here you go, everyone.
Okay, that is the goal. So the goal is if
300.
300 viewers on the YouTube page. And
Ian?
blue hair Bones Jones will dye his hair blue.
That's beautiful.
If we have 300 viewers.
Nice.
Oh,
Ian,
I love it.
I high five you, man.
300
I'm proud
viewers.
This is
All
the
right.
one time I wish I was bald.
It's not all. It's not.
Everyone-
It's not all that exciting.
All right, everyone checking in so far on YouTube. Steve Plank says can hear fine. Spec the Fallen Wolf says greetings from the student section. Deshaun McKelvey says let's go Tevin number one. Linda
Thanks for the
Reuters
follow-up.
says best of luck Blazers tonight. Of the what? Oh, okay. Reeves 88 says let's go boys. It's game day.
Are we going to say anything about this?
Linda says watching from Hayes. Do what?
Are we going to say anything about our player number one? Anything special going on today about him?
He couldn't make it. I've got that covered.
Okay.
I've got that
Okay,
covered.
okay,
So
okay,
I'm going to
okay.
get that here in a
All right,
second.
sorry about that.
Warren Nalroth says watch from Arkansas. Go Blazers. Let's make it 300 views, Warren. So we're at
300.
57. We need 300. Like, share it. Ian will color his hair Blazer blue.
For a year.
Oh, heck no. Heck no.
Okay. 2 years.
No.
He has, okay, if we get 300 viewers, he has to keep his hair blue for the remainder of the state playoffs.
Oh, that's easy.
Deal.
All right,
There
deal.
we go.
Nice. We need to get 300.
Wow.
So, Warren, do me a favor. Get on all three. Write it on there. We need to get 300. That would be absolutely beautiful if we could get that. Let's see. Ryan, what is the procedure?
300 viewers.
Doug, thanks.
Ah, you got it.
Yeah.
I have someone text me. I'm not sure who it was, but they want to know the procedure to watch the game. Boom, I just sent you the link.
There you go. YouTube, 300 viewers. Ian, blue hair. 300. Get it
Anyway, we
done.
need 300, so like it, share
I don't
it.
know anyone that's coloring my hair.
Hey,
Oh,
who?
we got
I
Gwinnett.
got you covered.
All
They
right,
did a
good.
great
Company.
job. They did a great job with your hair looking pink.
And
It
did
looked good.
right? And did they not do a great job getting it back to a pretty natural color?
Yes, they did.
I mean,
What is that natural color?
Sky.
Clear?
I think she
Salt
said
and
it. I
pepper.
think
Salt
she
and pepper.
well, I think she mentioned caramel at one point, but the problem is because I've got enough here. I could go ahead and do your mustache and goatee. I went, no, then it would just look weird. So let's just looks weird anyway.
Like those
Okay.
guys that don't color their hair, but their mustache is like black as night. No, you don't color. You're good.
No, you're right. We don't care about that.
Natural.
There you go. All right, now that we've lost control twice, we're going to go ahead and bail out on this. It's the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show coming up next. We'll have the words of Coach Cornelson as the teams are running off the field, as they're going to get their pregame talk from Coach Cornelson. We're going to have the comments, and when we come back, we'll have Coach Cornelson, and then we'll have the starting lineup and the kickoff. It's the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show coming up next on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Gardner Edgerton fans, the McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations. Visit kccars.com for over 3,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. Our inventory covers most every make and model and prices to fit every budget. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers. Regardless if you need help with a desktop, laptop, network equipment, or peripherals and accessories, American Computers can get the job done. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight Road in Gardner.
Blazer's Restaurant, serving Gardner's best burgers made fresh every day since 1976. Blazer's Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, proudly serving Blazer fans in Gardner and surrounding areas. Call Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning at 638-1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
When you're Kansas City born and raised, you know just how much meat matters. That's why Price Chopper employs real butchers. They're hard at work every day in every store, so you never have to settle for something prepackaged out of state. They're so sure you'll love their KC Pride beef, they even back it with a 200% guarantee. Stop by Price Chopper tonight, where they cut meat, never corners. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Talking with Coach Cornelson on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Blazers coming off a 35-14 win over Shawnee Mission West Friday night. Gives them an 8-0 record and the #1 seed on the eastern side of the state in Class 6A, which obviously means home field for the state playoffs. And if you want to get to Emporia, you got to come through Gardner.
Yeah, you know, and that's kind of all it means. Is, you know, you throw out the records, you throw out everything. But we do have home field, and it's a chance for our school and community to come out and support the players and the kids, and they've worked hard to get to that spot, and so it should be an exciting time.
Kind of seeing the growth of the crowd throughout the season, and Friday night was a great atmosphere. Everyone knew going for the 8-0. It's keeping that donut on the second column that everyone's looking forward to, and it's nice to see the crowd out, the crowd enjoying it, and the kids having fun playing the game, and the enthusiasm throughout the town with the possibilities coming up next few weeks.
Yeah, you know, I think Gardner's a place that could be real special in that environment. You know, we're one school district. We're not multiple school districts. We still have kind of a small town feel to us, and to me, that's what intrigued me about the job and what makes it a special place. So it's exciting to see the crowds get bigger, and hopefully that continues. And you know, I think we try hard as a coaching staff and as a program to put out a quality product and do the best we can for our community and our school. And it's just nice when the environment ends up like that.
That 35-14 win over Shawnee Mission West, Shawnee Mission West doesn't look like an 0-8 team. I mean, they play well. Callahan, the quarterback, had a nice arm, threw some nice passes, ran the offense well. defensively, you guys did a nice job. Usually, beginning of the season, you kind of saw maybe a little bit of the problem was the secondary and the passing, and starting to get some of the crisp quarterbacks in. Kind of see some of the changes with Callahan and a lot better defense.
Yeah, you know, first half, we couldn't get off the field defensively, and part of that was, you know, we had to make an adjustment. We had some things that we went in we thought would work that didn't, and we couldn't really hold up, and they were moving the chains. They kind of played our style of offense. They run the eye. Obviously, they throw it more than what we do, but they were running our stuff right at us, and we couldn't get them off the field. So I thought second half we came out, made those adjustments, made those changes, and did a really good job stopping the run second half. We should have had that prior to first half, but sometimes your plan's not always as good as what you hope. So Coach Walters made those adjustments and got it shut down, and I don't know that it was one of our better games by any means. It was sloppy at times, and we got to shore that up, and I think we will. I think the kids understand that we got to be cleaner in what we do with the penalties and missed tackles and those things, and we stress it a lot. So hopefully we play at a higher level this week.
A few weeks ago, you said that you thought this team could be a lot better than what they are. Not that they were playing bad then, but the potential that you saw out of this team. Are they getting closer to where you see where they can be?
I think so. I think we'll find out tonight the pressure of a win or go home situation, and Blue Valley Northwest is really good. I mean, you can throw their record out. They've played. Their schedule has almost every top team in the state on it, and so Gardner should be very aware of that because that's kind of Gardner's schedule in the past. So you can throw that out. They're better than any team we've played at this point, and it shows on film. They're in games up until late. So I think with our kids understanding how good they are, it should elevate our level of play, and we'll find out what we're made of.
We'll be back with more with the coach right after this.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Planet Sub, where you can see every Blazer Broadcast Network video broadcast on their big screen while you enjoy a great sandwich. Planet Sub at 921 East Lincoln Lane.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
American Computers. There's a reason why American Computers is the official computer store of the Blazer Broadcast Network. It just takes a single visit to find out why. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Back with Coach Cornelson on the McCarthy Auto Group pregame show. Blazers getting set to take on Blue Valley Northwest in week 1 of the state tournament. You've been able to see this for a few years. How do you like this new seating instead of having the 4-team districts having the 1 through 16 reseed?
I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan. Based on, I think it's hard to seed teams when you don't have any strength of schedule involved, and that's hard to do in high school. But you look at a Blue Valley North, and they're underranked, and there's just a lot of those scenarios that to me makes it tough to try to just rank teams based on who they play. The schedules are so different. Obviously, if you come out of the EKL, your schedule's drastically tougher than anybody else around. So, I don't think it's that part of it's very good. I think I'd like to see them go back and maybe look at some different options. But it is what it is, and we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to play whoever's in front of us and put the best plan together and play as hard as we can and not be too concerned with what our seed or who we play is.
You had just mentioned a few minutes ago talking about Blue Valley Northwest and how good they are. And, they're a team that likes to spread out 4 and 5 wide. They like to come out of the Wildcat. They like the 2 or 3 step drop, the quick releases, and not really looking downfield, more of kind of a West Coast feel and getting the screens, getting the 10, 15-yard dunks or the slants. That's going to put a lot of pressure on your defensive backs.
Yeah, it is, and you're on an island, and we put them on an island. That's our style of play. We just got to come up and cover the best we can and win more battles than we lose, and we got to make tackles when we do, let them catch it. So that's who we are. That's a style that we play, and teams like this can give you fits because they are very disciplined in their passing game and have a back good enough to gash you. So it puts us in a bind at times, and that's just part of it. So our defense will we'll have the best plan we can, and we'll play at the best level that we can.
Obviously, with your offense, ball control is key, taking care of the clock and keeping the offense off the field. You guys get the lead, maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns, really concentrating on ball control and keep that clock running.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we are, and that's power football, and that's, I mean, it's not always the most exciting offense in the world. It's not always what they see on TV, but to me, it's a style of play that breeds toughness, breeds discipline, and you have to be disciplined in your assignment, disciplined not to cause penalties, and you have to be tough. I mean, it's right at you, and you're going to take shots, and you're going to take hits, and it doesn't matter if you're the quarterback or a running back, you're all taking hits, and that's just a mentality that I like, and I think it breeds throughout your program, and so that's just who we are.
Talking to some of the kids, and obviously, kids are going to be kids. Some kind of look ahead, say who we can get and everything else. How do you keep them centered? A lot of them will look at that 0-8 and just go, okay, well, this should be okay. How do you keep them in the moment?
I think, to be honest with you, our kids have watched enough film now that they're not naive. I mean, they can see now, I don't know what they did in the past, but we watch enough film and show them enough stuff that they're not naive. They can see the difference between this and what we've been playing, and no different than a coach can. I think that's part of our preparation and our film study and truly watching what we're seeing. I think our kids, film doesn't lie, and they now understand that, and they now can tell the difference between a team that's really good and a team that's not, and this team is.
Well, good luck tonight. Let's go get a win in week 1 of the playoffs.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Stick around. Coming up next, the starting lineup and the kickoff right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Gardner Edgerton fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of youth sports across the Blazer Nation.
If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or you need service or body work done, we hope you'll visit one of the 11 McCarthy Auto Group locations.
Visit kccars.com for over 2,000 new, certified, and pre-owned vehicles. We've got most every make and model and prices to fit every budget.
The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs and Sedalia, Missouri.
Go Trailblazers!
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip, 620-1253.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. No need to drive all over the place for the best tools. Ace is the place and the new home for Craftsman tools. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Good evening and welcome to Gardner Edgerton High School State High School Tournament action here in the state of Kansas. Class 6A, Ryan Ragland with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Title sponsor for the broadcast through the tournament action, McCarthy Auto Group. Give them a call or check them out online at kccars.com as the Blazers get set to bust through, and they are ready for action. The Blazers coming out, getting ready to take on Blue Valley Northwest. Your Blazers 8-0, Blue Valley Northwest at 0-8. The Blazers #1 seed, the road to Emporia, comes through Gardner. Ian Jones at the helm of the camera. Will the Thrill McIntyre down below with the stats. Jarrett Finley and Dustin Duck Martin down on the sideline. And Ian, it doesn't matter if you're 0-8. It doesn't matter if you're 8-0. You got to be excited tonight.
Yeah, this is a big game. Now it's a new season. It's a new season. Everyone outside of the record is 0-0. Now every game it's 1-0. You try to strive for 1-0.
Jarrett, you just got done kind of feeling a little bit down below with the kids coming out of the helmet, the smoke and the I can't remember what that song was, but you've got to
Ladies and Gentlemen by Saliva.
There you go, by Saliva. You got to be
live.
Seen it live. You got to be loving the atmosphere right now, Jared.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there's nothing better than playoff high school football. I mean, a lot of pride, on the lines for both of these squads. Obviously playing for your hometown, and obviously for a chance to go to state. For Gardner, this is absolutely a season of redemption from what they experienced last year. I mean, being undefeated, being the number one team, and in Class 6A. I mean, this is such a great story for the Blazers, what they've been able to accomplish this year with the coaching staff and with head coach Ryan Cornelson, what he's been able to do. This is it's a good atmosphere, and the stands are getting packed a little bit right now. People still coming in, and they're getting ready for some high.
Blazers had a 21-14 lead at the half against the Huskies last year. They had a 28-21 lead at the end of 3 quarters. Blue Valley scored 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, beat the Blazers 35-28. Totally different team on both sides. Dustin Duckmar down the sideline, and we will get the coin flip.
14 Hungerford, number 68 Young, 72 Potts. Captains for the Trailblazers this evening. Number 3 Jennings, number 8 Marshall.
I bet he has his mic on mute.
Yeah, I think it's on mute.
Yep, he's checking it right now. Is it on mute, Duck?
Oops.
Rookie mistake.
You know what?
Well,
you know what? You just stand there looking for it like it was working. You know what?
Oh, man.
You know what? Regardless, he's got the jacket on. He's representing. There you go. Dust it off. There you go.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. I didn't even. So the Blazers have lost the toss as they will receive the ball to start, as they will work left to right. Your team captains for tonight was Luke Jennings, Brody Marshall, Darren Robertson, and Gage Goley. Your starting lineups, since the Blazers are getting the ball, will go with the offense. The quarterback's going to be Tevin McKelvey. Your running back's going to be Luke Jennings, Jacob Hunsberger, and Anthony Rodriguez. Your linemen are going to be Andrew Adams, Jake Stewart, Taylor Warner, Noah Short, Sean Waters, and Gage Goley at your tight end. That's your starting offense. And right now, if you can go to GardnerEdgertonFootball.com and take a look at the stats. It's the same stuff that we get from the coaching staff. I got a number for you, Jared. Are you ready for this?
Was it 0-8?
You're stuck on that. That's all I got.
I'll never get over it. All right, go ahead.
I'll give you rushing numbers. This is about all you need to know. 3,474 for the Blazers, 1,696 for the.
Oh man!
But if you want to look at passing yards, 972 for the opponent, 281 for the Blazers.
So what you're saying is the Blazers probably aren't going to pass the football tonight.
They throw it when they need to.
Yes.
I like the song. It's a little remix. You know what? Actually, I'll tell you a little quick about this. Ozzy's came on, and he goes, "Dad, they remade the song." No, dude, this was the original. Of course, this was a few years ago, but it was good. Anyway, the Blazers and the Huskies, week 1 of Class 6A state tournament. We need to hit 300 viewers. Ian Jones said he will dye his hair blazer blue for the remainder of the state tournament if we get 300.
And he'll take us all out for dinner.
We've got 134. Like it,
man.
share it. We need to get it going.
Almost halfway there, Ian.
Jaron Berger on YouTube said Cornelson made GE great again. Says yes, he did. Let's go Blazers from Andrew Barnes. Steve Maggedy says, let's go Blazers, watching on my phone at the well in Waldo area. Nice job. As the kickoff's going to go up to the 28-yard line, and that's where the Blazers will start their first drive.
I remember you guys. I'm excited. Let's get this game going.
I'm ready. Hey, well, what's that old adage? If you need to get up for the game, you should. If you need a pill to get up for the game, you shouldn't be on the field.
That's right.
Can we say that on a high school broadcast?
Why not?
Yeah.
They advertise it on the radio all the time. I mean, different forms of it. Anyway, I'm just saying.
Anyway, change our focus. Back to the game.
Blazers
are lining up. Let's go.
0-8.
0-8.
1st and 10, handoff to Jennings over right tackle. Not much there. We're going to have a flag on the play. Usually that's going to be a holding. And he threw it to the left side of the field. Illegal shift on the Blazers, so that's going to come back.
Yeah, just a little bit too excited. Had too many guys in motion at the exact same time, so they'll have to back them up 5.
5 yards, replay, first down.
As they take their time doing this, remember everyone, we need to like it. You need to share it. We need to get 300. I at least want to beat 258 that we had last week. We got a state tournament going on. 143 right now. Kirk Allen says watching from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I got a story about Albuquerque.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. No, it's all right.
They declined the penalty.
Why?
Matt, I got a message from Matt Burns there, Ian.
What'd he say?
I'll tell you here in a second. 2nd and 11. Hunsberger off left side. Tries to break one tackle, and the Huskies are just on top of it right now. Matt Burns says, watching just north of Ian Jones' house, let's go Blue Hair.
Where? Who said that? Oh, that's my high school assistant principal.
There you go. Chad Clayton says, let's go Blazers, watching Overland Park on my 65-inch.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I bet we look great in high def.
Nice.
You definitely don't, Duck.
High def is
well, we know the Cowboys haven't for a while.
And I'm shutting off my mic.
I'll tell you, that Chief Red really does.
Oh, my. Hey, high school football. Oh,
11-15. So 3rd and 9. McKelvey's going to keep it himself. Breaks one tackle. Spins around. I'll tell you what.
Man, this Husky team.
They are on it.
Yes, they have come to play. There hasn't been. They have had gang tackling every single possession. At least 2, 3, 4 Huskies have been on the ball carrier, and the Blazer offense kind of stutters on their first possession.
And I believe this might be the first time this year that they've had their starting drive end up in punting. But what I'm seeing right now is, and you might be able to see it from your angle, it looks like they're just crowding tackle to tackle. If you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us to the outside.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. They're putting 4 and 5 guys on that defensive line and putting a lot of pressure on the Blazers. This is a great punt.
That thing stopped like a backspin drive, didn't it? So 1st and 10 for the Huskies as they're going to mark it at the 36-yard line. 10-20 to go in the first quarter. Remember to like and share the broadcast. 167. We need to get Blue Hair Ian going. Jim Grinnell is from Lebanon, Illinois. So we have Albuquerque, we have Illinois, we have Arkansas, we have Houston.
Just north of my house.
No! Oh my goodness, Pritchard! He said, "You will not get past me, son." Edward Thomas, 5'9", junior.
Got murdered.
You might want to check the chicklets there, son. I think if you might have got loosened a little bit. They went on the jet sweep, and it just was not happening.
Offensive.
So you lose 3 yards on a jet sweep when Pritchard just came from nowhere and land blasted.
It seems like Pritchard usually has like one of those a game. He just lands. A big hit once a game, and that is such a huge motivation for the defense.
Play action, pass out in the flat is complete, out of bounds.
Number 10, the quarterback.
Pass completed to. Was that number 4? I'm trying to get all the. I can't see. It's hard to see the numbers because they have silver on white, barely trimmed in black. I mean, I have pretty good eyesight at distance, but I couldn't quite see. Mikey Pauly, the quarterback, a freshman. Oh! A high snap. It's going to be loose. And I'll tell you what, Pritchard did the smartest thing, getting the recovery on the fumble on that. If you look at it, Pritchard got behind Pauly. Pauly was about ready to get on top of it, and what did he do? He literally pushed him out of the way, got him past the ball, landed on it. Not only does Pritchard get the big hit on the jet sweep on first down, but he comes up with the recovery The Blazers get the ball 1st and 10 on the 16 or the 14-yard line.
And the defense stepping up here. Let's see if the offense can answer right back.
Handoff up the middle to Hunsberger.
Handoff to the fullback, number 11, Hunsberger.
So just like that, that momentum changes for the Blazers. And I'll tell you what, Mikey Pauly is going to be here a while, and he does not look like he must have some skills to be a freshman, be starting quarterback.
Especially at the 6A level.
At the 6A level, yeah. I'll tell you what, he could be another, this first name Putz that was for Bishop Miege. That guy, pretty stout.
And he plays baseball.
McKelvey keeps himself, cuts it back, sent across the 5. He's in easy for the touchdown, Blazers from 11 yards out.
That's a great run, absolutely, by the quarterback. And you watch the Huskies, some players actually stopped on the play. They thought McKelvey was down, but he wasn't. He's able to take it in for a quick touchdown for the Blazers.
9:01 to go in the first quarter. Blazers take an easy lead. 2 plays after the fumble recovery. Looking for the extra point by Caleb Calvin. It is up and good. 9:01 to go in the first. Blazers with the lead. We're going to take a timeout. Be back with the kickoff right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip, 620-1253.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. No need to drive all over the place for the best tools. Ace is the place and the new home for Craftsman tools. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Tournament action brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. High kick and cut down at the 25. With a nice open field tackle is Marshall Mason. Will the Thrill McIntyre is down below with the scoring drive.
Two plays, 2 runs, 12 yards, 43 seconds.
And that comes off a fumble recovery by Pritchard. And I'll tell you what, I'd take a dozen of Pritchard every day with as smart and aggressive as he is. That was the smartest move I've probably seen this year, to push a guy out of the way before he could get the fumble recovery. That was absolutely slick. 8:56 to go in the first quarter. Blazers up by a touchdown. Pauly with a quick slant, and he is denied. It was caught for a few yards. Johnson.
And the Huskies obviously playing a no-huddle offense, just trying to catch the Blazers off guard a little bit and trying to keep them on their toes.
16, Johnson making the tackle, second down.
And this is what Blue Valley likes to do. They like to spread the offense out. 3 to the nearest side, 2 up top. And if Junior was here, he'd say how much he hates the offense looking over. They send a man in motion. Pauly's going to keep it himself. And he's going to get a few yards on it, make it third and about 3. Yep, looks good. Ian Jones working the camera and the stats.
Making the tackle.
And once again, I want to say a huge thanks to Sean Capes with Capes Holmes Heating and Cooling for the HD broadcast. Tech support by America Computers and McCarthy Auto Group for the help on the broadcast for the postseason. Pauly with a quick slant again on a little out pattern.
Out of bounds for a first down.
And that's what the Huskies like to do. They like quick hits. Very seldom will they go deep, and they keep the ball moving. As the Blazers do it with the run, they do it with the pass.
And you know what? If I were the Blazers, and I would just kind of keep an eye out, if they get that guy off the field, and a timeout's taken by head coach Cornelson because they had too many guys on the field. But if I were the Blazers, if I'm the secondary, I'm going to start pressuring those wide receivers. I'm going to start playing a little bump and run. I'm going to play really tight up to the wide receivers and just tell Blue Valley North, hey, try to beat us deep because if you're going to try that short passing game, we got to cut that out somehow.
Real quick, want to send out a special happy birthday. He couldn't make it here. But Eddie McKelvey, and I believe it is Tevin's grandpa down in Houston. I got a shirt for you, son. I had a birthday present ready for you. They couldn't make it. Maybe be at the third playoff game if they win tonight and next week. And that'll be a game to beat. But I want to send a special happy birthday to Eddie McKelvey watching us down in Houston. Hope you're having a great day, son. As Tevin is now playing both sides of the ball, he's playing corner. And I'll tell you what, can you think of a more agile person or a quick person that fits that corner spot better than Tevin does right now?
It's a jack of all trades.
He is. Paulie pump fakes. Pass complete.
Number 4,
to
Number 19, Reynolds making the tackle.
Yeah, see, if I'm the Blazers, I'm putting some pressure on the wide receivers. I mean, cutting off those slants, over the middle.
You're gonna have to start.
You're gonna have to start doing something.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start a bump and run or something and force them to take you down deep. Showing a blitz on the near side, nothing there. Handoff up the middle. Robertson sniffed that one out, and we're gonna have to see where they mark it. It may be just short. Wow, they're gonna give him the first down. I thought that was pretty close. And I'll tell you what, that's terrible. If you take a look at the ref on the far side. His left foot is right there on the 48. They marked the ball about the 47.5. So now they're looking over to the far side. 10 seconds on the play clock.
I don't understand this. They do that usually to match what the defense is doing. But this isn't college football. It's pretty, up and down. We just got to cover with these wide receivers. Incomplete pass thrown right there, and that's kind of the point of the no hurry offense is to get lined up, check what the coaches say, and then they give you the signals of what. All right, stay in this offense, or maybe we're going to go somewhere else because we see what they're in. But Gardner's not going to throw anything really super complicated on them. They're just going to play man on man, and so I don't understand this strategy right now.
Well, basically the Blazers are running a single high with Pritchard, bringing Robertson on the blitz. Paulie's going to keep it himself at the 50, gets 2 yards on the play, and I'll tell you what, that was a nice. I like that look with sending Robertson on the blitz, and he had one man and one man only. If Paulie ended up getting rid of that, running back was going to get destroyed on that. And I think Avion Tucker's going to be going, yeah, you may want to watch that. If he starts sneaking up, don't give me the ball.
I'm surprised they're not playing press coverage right now with these quick slants. Like you said, just hold them.
That's a hold.
Paulie looking downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. They missed the hold. You could hear a couple guys, including Duck, trying to help the ref out, but the ref's,
that was obvious.
30 yards away. I don't think he could hear you.
A white cat's right in front of it. You should have saw it. That frustrates me more.
But we got a punt out of it. So the ball is spotted at the Blazers 49. Cassidy standing at the 10. Not a lot of pressure, high kick. And they're going to have to let it bounce. This is going to take a big northwest bounce across the 10. They're going to down it at about the 8-yard line. With 6:04 to go in the first, Blazers what they won a 0 lead. 7-0, I'm sorry. I was looking at a different number. We need to get 300 viewers on the broadcast. Why?
Yes.
Because Ian said he'd dye his hair blue. I did it pink. He can do it blue. We need 300.
Yep. And he said he'd do. No, he also said he would do it white.
No.
He said he would do it white on the sides and blue down the middle.
No, I said blue only.
Oh, I don't
Quit
think
trying to play this year.
Nope. I'm playing it.
Whistle to blow the play dead. We're going to have false start. Taking a look at the YouTube chat. Jim Grinnell says ready for a big win. Patrick Murphy says watching from Argonia, Kansas. Wish I was there to cheer with Duck.
Right on.
G Guard Heartland says K Guard says good luck boys. Huge turnover. What's up, Steve Plank? Someone saying hi to Stevie.
What's up, Steve?
Jacob Tunnel says broadcaster yelling keep is electric.
Duck. I do what I can.
He's trying to help, man. He's just that's just how he is.
He's used to sporting games.
He is. Jennings looking for a hole, gets across the 10, across the 15, down to about the 16. Jim Grinnell says, where do we get our shirts from last week? Well, yeah, I didn't promise shirts from no one last week. You know how many shirts I'd be giving out? We got 166. Need to get this thing up to 300. Ian said he will color his hair blue for the remainder of the playoffs if we get 300 viewers tonight. We need to get that going. Got plenty of time. We're halfway there. Over half.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
You'll know what I was feeling when that 300 hits. We're going, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll have to do it like before the game because I'm only off on Fridays.
Yeah. I can get you set up with Design Company. Not a problem. So 2nd and 3. Handoff up to Mill. Hunsberger breaks tackles, gets to the outside. He's across the 40 and the 50. He sizes up the defender. And he gets knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line for the big gain. What was that, 34, 43? 43-yard run?
47.
47. There you go, Will.
Statman.
Statman. Dun, 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 Statman.
Goodness gracious.
I need to get him a shirt that says, Will Statman.
You got a visitor.
I got a visitor? Well, it's only Julie, but I got a visitor, though. You gonna sit down? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You got a message for me?
Whoa. We have some We have some chippy play.
We have some chippiness going on?
Yes, 31 just tried to trip Jones.
Oh, that ain't gonna work.
He just stuck his foot out and tried to trip him.
Really? Did the ref see it?
Absolutely.
That's a good joke.
No, I mean,
okay.
yeah, I'm keeping an eye out. That is, wow.
It's not as bad as it was last week, but it's getting there.
And that was that wasn't accidental either. Keep an eye on that.
Kelby. Here it comes.
Oh man, it
started.
Yes. There's definitely some extracurricular shoving going on right now.
We call that extracurricular activities.
Penalty against the Blazers.
It was. It's calling a holding. I'd like to know how he saw that from 20 yards deep, though, but we missed the chippiness.
That was right in front of him?
Yeah, and we missed a hold call right in front of us, too.
I think Corey Nelson's kind of pointing it out, too.
I wouldn't expect much.
Expect less?
Yeah, I expect less.
Hey, Duck, hopefully those batteries work a little bit longer. I'm not sure how charged up they are. But she's on her way down with them. I got you covered, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Is that for your headset?
Yes.
Okay. I'll say it couldn't have been for the mic.
No, they're brand new. They just went in last week.
Oh, well, that's why I pull all the batteries out. So 2nd and 10 from the 37. 4:10 to go in the first quarter. As Corey Nelson's going to call another timeout. You know, there's something about Corey Nelson when he runs his timeouts. We'll go ahead and take a timeout, too. Talk about that here in a second. 4:05 to go in the first. We'll take a timeout. Be back right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
The Design Company Salon. New owners and the same great service, but with a new look. Go check them out, 136 East Main in Gardner.
Blazers Restaurant. Not just serving burgers, they now have barbecue, soft serve, and hand-dipped ice cream with 8 different flavors and combinations. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Check out their paint department, including their paint tinter and Clarkson Kensington Paint and Primer in one. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Cherry Berry.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
2nd and 10, 4:05 to go in the first quarter. Ryan Ragland with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Handoff to Hunsberger. Check that. McKelvey with the keeper. And they're going to mark him up to the 33-yard line. And Jared, it really, it's always interesting when Coach Cornelson takes a timeout because he takes his things.
Number 3 on the initial stop
for it's something that he sees that with this offense no one else really sees.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, if he sees something in this offense and, you know, he sees something that's going to exploit that defense, he's really going to call timeout. He's going to get with his boys. I'm like, all right, guys, this is what I saw, and this is how we're going to execute it.
3rd and 6. McKelvey with the play action. Up over the top to Gully. And how can you not call that when the guy landed on top of him? Are you kidding me?
Now, once again,
he landed on his back, and Cornelson's right on top of him, and he has to be.
It looked like he was tripping. He was tripping as he headed down. Now, the call, usually what they determine is if that ball was catchable. And that's usually what the rule is. And it didn't look like, from where I was standing, that ball could have been catchable because he was stumbling. But you can't just go out and just tackle him.
You can't land on top of him.
You can't.
Yeah.
And and the ball, the ball wasn't touched. It wasn't anything. But just a straight out wide receiver, even if it is uncatchable, I don't think you can do that. I'm not an official by any means, but
Getzman in at quarterback, and now we're going to call a timeout on 4th and 6 from the 33, and I like this call. This to me is making a statement that, and kudos to Northwest so far. They have really done a nice job with their scheme defensively to hold down the Blazer running game. But and we'll have to find out what it's going to be like. This may be how long can they sustain one of the best running offenses in the state of Kansas right now, and that's what the Blazers have.
Exactly, and that's something that we'll have to keep an eye on. The Huskies right now still doing good. Group tackling, going around those running backs because we've seen all season these running backs, they don't go down with 1 or 2 tackles. It's going to take 3 or 4 or 5 guys to finally wrap these guys up. And here we have the Blazers going for it now on 4th and 6.
Getzman out of the shotgun, 3:21 to go on the clock in the first. Looking to the right side, he's going deep for McKelvey, and it's going to be out of bounds. And he might have had him too.
I think he did, but you have to give your receiver a chance, and you have to throw it, try to throw it in the end zone. But he threw it about 3 or 4 yards, outside of that. So turnover on downs.
So Northwest will get the ball at the 33-yard line. Blazers leading 7-0. We'll take a look at some other scores after the first quarter here in state playoffs, week 1 in the state of Kansas. We'll take a look at some of the other games going on. Pulley looking near side, pump fakes. It's a pump and go. Pass is going to be incomplete. No. Are you kidding me? There is no way. Are you kidding me? He's still bobbling when he hits the ground.
They changed the rule in the NFL about that.
You still got to have control of the ball when you hit the ground.
It's okay that you didn't just admit it.
What was that, Duck?
I said it's okay that he didn't see it. He just got to admit it. Hey, I missed it. My bad.
Handoff up the middle at the 40-yard line. No gain on the play. I don't know. I'm just going to say that was close. The way it looked like to me, because we had a good, this side of it, looked like he was still leaning and still trying to get control of the ball when he hit the ground. But a nice touch by Pauly, though. I'm not going to take that away from him. Clock running at 2:40 here in the first. Blazers up 7-0. Pump fakes again. Now they go for the slant. Almost intercepted by Ethan Reynolds as Pauly threw that one behind his intended receiver. Stops the clock at 2:31. Going deep, pass is going to be incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Hey, real quick, 217 viewers so far.
Almost to 300.
It's 4th and 10.
Let's see. Jaron Berger says he is having his quarterback try and draw them off sides with a hard count. Troy Brzezinski, who's checked in. Nice to see you on there, dude.
Will, I didn't realize it was 4th and 10.
Yep. Make sure you share and like the broadcast. See if we can get 300. That way we can get Ian's hair dyed blue. That would be nice. Pauly looking far side. He is going deep on a seam route. Pass complete. Cassidy with the tackle.
Man,
and I can't see the number who the completion was to, but that was
12.
a nice job by Paulie.
It was 12.
Ryan Callahan, a 6'1 junior, with the reception. Nice job. I'll tell you what, Paulie for a freshman stands in there nice.
Yes, and he delivers a pretty good football. Now we see why he's the starting quarterback.
And they get him for 3 more years, too. Oh,
what a great
nice
play.
bat away by Gage Goalie. If you can't get to him, stick that big grubber up there and just knock it out of the way. Stops the clock at 2:10. Hopefully it happens during the halftime, but we got a couple special guests coming up here, and I have a surprise for them. And it has to do with my hair. That's all I got to say. I've got a little bit of hair there. Right? Paulie looking to the right side on the slant at the 4-yard line, complete. And it's going to be 3rd and about 1.
You know, one thing that I've really noticed about Paulie is which way he's looking, that's the way he's going to throw.
Yeah, they're going to fly over that way.
Yeah, you have to understand where he's looking is 99% sure.
Oh my goodness!
Great tackle.
On the quick. Did we have the fumble? No, they're going to blow him dead. Nice job by Jonah May on the blitz. And that's going to be 4th and 2.
And that's saying Blazer football?
Wow. Are they?
Yeah.
The way they were blowing the whistle, it was like it was down.
Yeah, Blazer football.
Coach Ryder's not agreeing with it. Wow, another fumble at the Blazer 4-yard line.
He is all the way out on the field right there. Holy crap. Coach Ryder was basically at the 10-yard line.
He's extremely upset.
You know,
the blue flag. There they go. He just got flagged. That's going to add 15 more yards.
Either that or a sideline warning, one of the two. Maybe a warning, but I'll tell you what, you know.
Oh, it's 15.
That's going to give it to him. And I'm not going to say I blame him, because you're playing an undefeated team, the number 1 seed, you're 16 seed, you're looking for a win. You got a chance to tie them at the end of the first quarter with a touchdown, and you get down to the 4. You know, now and far be it for me to say if it was a fumble or not. You guys had a better look than I did. But, yeah, he's going to be a little hot about that. So 1st and 10 from the 19 after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Hunsberger with the carry. He's going to get a couple yards on the play. Clock running at 1:25. Make sure you like and share the broadcast. We need to get 300.
This has been a very long first quarter, I'll have to say.
Kind of has been. Want to remind everyone this broadcast brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group, title sponsor of all tournament action. A huge thanks to them. Under a minute to go in the first. McKelvey with the keeper, cuts it back inside, gets up to the 5 or the 25. I thought I saw a face mask.
There was.
And there's Corey Nelson's talking about that too.
There was a face mask.
I thought I saw something. I thought I saw James's head turn a little bit.
And guys, if you watch near the end of the plays, you're seeing some Huskies, you know, doing some, you know, extra pushing, some extra shoving, you know, on top of that pile. Maybe just a tad second too late, maybe a jumping on the pile as well. It's like I said, it's getting very chippy out here right now.
3rd and 3, Jennings with the carry, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage at the 25. And the Blazers aren't even able to get outside right now. And it's almost like Northwest is just almost basically sending, what would you say, sending 7?
Oh yeah, they're daring. They're absolutely daring the Blazers. And look, they're down 7-0.
And they're feeling good about it.
And they are absolutely pumped up. And the Blazers look absolutely defeated. And they're winning right now.
Yeah, they'll get it. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers, your one-stop shop for all of your computer needs. Stop in and see what all they have in stock. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight in Gardner, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware.
Planet Sub. Don't forget, when you need your event catered, call Deanna at 605-1068. Planet Sub at 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Contact Sean for any home indoor air quality products that you might need or be interested in. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. 638-1647.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
I want to remind everyone that after the game tonight, me, Ian, Jared, Will, Duck, we are hitting Planet Sub tonight for the post-game party after the Blazers game. Hit us over there. They're going to be open until everyone's gone.
We're closing that place down.
You got that right, son. Just like the Cowboys closed the doors.
Let's 0-8. 0-8.
What do we got here on the whistle? I don't know.
No flag.
Inadvertent whistle.
At least something.
Yep.
Let's do it over. So the Blazers are going to have to punt again.
We don't punt very often. I think it was a practice snap.
Practice. There you go. Hunsberger, your long snapper for the extra point and the punts. Getzman, nice punt past the 40, and that's about where it's going to be out of bounds at. Trying to see where, I don't even have anyone down back there to mark it. Wow.
Man, am I glad I got a card with faces.
I don't even know. Okay, there's a guy. Usually what they do is when it goes out of bounds, the white hat will stay behind the punter and watch the line of the punt. And when it goes out of bounds, he'll keep that line. And then when the ref comes up and hits that point, that's where it's at. And I couldn't see the guy on the far side coming up the line. Paulie with the pump and go. Pass is going to be complete.
That's a
brought down at the 15-yard line is Sturdivant, and he's been the main threat for Northwest.
And see, and now if you're the Blazers, I mean, this has been their Achilles heel. If there's been one weakness for the Blazers this season, it's been in that passing game. They just have not really been able to defend it. And now they're playing up against a team and a quarterback who can really deliver the football, some wide receivers who can get up the field. Now that secondary is going to have to really dig deep and find something that's in.
Yeah.
That's an offside. There we go.
False start.
Okay.
Well, you got to blow it dead.
Yeah, you had to blow that dead.
Well, I was like, we were still playing. Why did we not blow the whistle and blow it dead?
Man, it's
this crew is
it's kind of questionable right now. What's going on?
I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Somebody needs to call a timeout and just make sure these refs are in the game.
This is playoff football. Come on, let's go.
Well, you would think by now you'd already got the rust off.
And the thing is, they don't just. Well, once again, I know the state of Kansas is really, hurting for officials and everything. And
I'm busy on Friday night, so I can't do it.
Okay.
I know you guys are too.
I'm neither blind nor deaf.
And still don't want to do it.
I don't want to be a ref.
So they got trips. They actually got a stack on the hash mark on the top side with Sturdivant and Dolish. Paulie getting chased. Robertson with the pressure. And Pritchard almost with interception. And I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, if anyone knows this EKL team pretty well, Mr. Robertson, who came from Blue Valley North last year, he knows exactly what's going on. And I'll tell you what, when they send Robertson on a blitz, dude,
there's no stopping it.
It's like a jet car on an NHRA track. It kind of takes off and here. They start hitting the burners. Yeah, he's gone.
Well, what's the
We need 80 more.
80 more. Any more viewers and we can get Ian's hair.
So it's first and a country mile.
Yep.
First and 15. Oh, no. My goodness. At the
first
5.
and 33.
Well, they had it first and 33. They had 15 on the scoreboard. That's what I was looking at first.
Jeez. It's like the Raiders versus the Chiefs that one year.
First
Pretty much.
Forever.
Oh! Pauly gets away from 2 tackles, gets across the 30, across the 25. My goodness.
What happened? Did they hand it off or did he keep it?
He play action that, basically. He sold it as a run.
Well, he sold it great
to the back.
Man,
I was kind of confused on that. I thought because like everyone just piled in.
Yeah.
Clock stopped at 10:55. Make it 2nd and 17. That eases the pressure a little bit for the Huskies. Pauly looking for an out route. It's going to be intercepted by Pritchard. Dodges one man's got a blocker ahead of him. He's got 2 ahead of him. Spins at across the 35 up to the 47. An interception.
That was McKelvey.
Oh, was that McKelvey? I thought that was Pritchard.
No, that was McKelvey with the interception.
This crowd just got incredibly loud, and that's awesome. That is crazy.
You know, and that's something that the Blazers have to do now. They might have to bring their safeties. They have to bring them up just a little bit because the quarterback, he's just kind of throwing the football up there. And so they need some fast guys in that secondary to go really track down the football, kind of like what a center fielder does.
3 of the 4 possessions by Northwest have turned into turnovers, but the Blazers have only been able to turn one of them into points as the play is going to be blown dead.
False start.
The only time the Blazers have been able to turn a turnover into points, and that was the fumble recovery on the initial drive for Northwest as they recovered it on the 11-yard line and scored 2 plays later. Real quick, Will, do you have first quarter stats?
No.
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 What?
No.
Postman stand stats.
Hey, the man said no. I can argue with him. So 1st and 15 from the 33-yard line.
We're at 240 now.
Getting close to that blue hair.
Yeah. So excited.
Get off his face mask.
Rodriguez trying to get around the corner and just nothing there.
Yeah, Blue Valley, they are absolutely playing some swarming defense, just not allowing.
Now we have a late flag coming in. And I believe we're going to have someone saying something they weren't supposed to. Unsportsmanlike on Blue Valley Northwest.
Yep.
That'll chip away from that 2nd and 15.
Yep, I think it's, and look, judging by the reaction from the players, I'm guessing it was number 31 again, and he's kind of been in the middle of a lot lot.
Did he say something or do something?
No, he's a lot of talking.
Yeah, a lot of talking.
Well, you want my what I have to say to that?
Are you gonna say scoreboard?
Well,
it's only 7-0.
No.
Record.
I
0-8.
0-8.
0-8.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think you got much room to be. Jennings with a big hole in the near side. Get out of my way!
Oh, he's banged up.
Yeah, he is banged up. He's looking at his.
Yeah, Jennings, that was 6 if that ref wasn't there.
Yeah.
And now we have.
And I said get out of my way. I only said it for a fact, but hope he's okay because, he hit the ground hard. And the first thing he did was he reached for it. He banged his head or his face or something on the ground because he landed pretty hard. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout while they tend to the ref. 10 to go in the first half. We're going to take a timeout and be back in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, where customer service and industry knowledge collide. Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning, 638-1647.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. Come meet one of the newest and best young dentists in the area. Dr. Julie Humphreys will win you over simply with her smile. Dr. Julie Humphreys at Humphreys Family Dentistry, 434 West Main in Gardner.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. Let Jeff get that showroom shine your car used to have with the best rates anywhere. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
And the ref gets up under his own power, and he's ready to go back in the game. So nice job by the ref. Hey, by the way, guys, we've got 285. We need 15 for Blue Hair Jones to happen. Share and like it.
Ian, let's up
288.
Let's up the ante. You shave your hair to a mullet too.
Woo!
Turn me up. No, I am not doing the mullet again.
Yes, you are again.
When's the first time we missed? Hunsberger gets the outside. He's got Rodriguez ahead, and he's got a blocker. He's going to be in for the touchdown, Blazers. 34-yard run by Hunsberger, and the Blazers take a 13-0 lead.
That was a great block at the end of that run. Able to brag Hunsberger for a touchdown. Who was that? I don't have my roster in front of me. Number 32.
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez with it.
Yeah, that was a great block there from Rodriguez.
Hunsberger with the touchdown. That's touchdown number 9 for him. Extra point is up and good. 14-0 is the score with 9:58 to go in the first half. And I'll tell you what the weird thing about that play was. They send Hunsberger around Jennings on the outside that seals the edge. Rodriguez is on the right wing, on the right flank. He's coming through the line like a pass pattern. So as soon as Hunsberger gets through that hole, guess who's in front of Hunsberger? Rodriguez. And he is leading the trail for the score. That was a nice design play.
You ready, Ryan?
I'm ready.
Gardner Edgerton, 12 runs, 95 yards. 0 of 1 for passing, 0 yards for 95 total. 1 first down, 15 penalty yards. 6:34 time of possession. Blue Valley, 6 runs, 12 yards. 4 of 6 passing for 86. 98 total yards. 3 first downs and 20 penalty yards, 5:26 time of possession.
Will the Thrill McIntyre with the stats. Short kickoff. Brought back across the 35 at the 36.
So down to 250.
Whoa, down to 250. People, we were at 288. Let's get it back up there. We need to like and share it. We need 300 to get Ian's hair blue. That's what we need. Like and share it, people. Let's get 300. We've already set a record at 288 that I've seen. 9:51 to go. We still need to get JB up here, Duck. You got to talk to him. You got to get JB up here. I got a mic for him. We got to talk to him. Plus, we have a special guest. Hopefully, it'll happen about 8 o'clock. If it doesn't happen during the halftime, it will happen, I promise. It's going to be cool. Pass complete at the 41-yard line. McKelvey with the tackle. Still some more chippiness going on. And I believe that was Tanner Sample on the reception. Clock running at 9:30. 2nd and 4. Paulie looking up the middle and denied at the 40-yard line. Just trying to see who was covering. 35. It's hard to tell with those numbers.
Yeah, I'll try to yell out the numbers here for you, Ryan.
Is that 26?
I should have brought that. 26
okay.
is the ball carrier.
Avion Tucker. I thought that was 28, and I looked down and said, I'm not
26.
seeing a 28. They don't care about us broadcasters. They got to look, you know.
No, they don't. They really
that's
don't.
That's just totally inconsiderate. Paulie getting chased. Had to get rid of it.
How is that not offensive pass interference?
Yeah.
How is that not offensive pass interference?
And look who's throwing the pressure at Paulie.
Now we got flags on the back end, but I didn't see what happened. Are they going to say roughing the passer?
There's no way. Robertson's up in the air, and Paulie is throwing the ball to get rid of it. Holding. What?
Huh?
How do you get holding
on the defense?
Well, they've got it marked down at the 45, so probably
maybe they were trying
after
to stop a wide receiver from getting downfield.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty and a first down for Northwest. Clock stopped at 8:34. Come on, share it and like the broadcast. Let's get 300 up here going. Back up to 256. On the out pattern, pass incomplete. Pass intended for Jake Delish.
I can't believe this Pauly is a freshman.
He's good.
It's absolute. That's
tall for a freshman.
And he's
too.
What, 6'2"? So what's the roster say? 6'2",
6'4".
6'4".
Yep.
He's a 6'4", probably what, $180, $190 freshman
You know what he
quarterback.
looks like out there? Drew Lock.
Well, he's toast.
Wow. I mean, he does. He looks like Drew Lock.
Well,
out there.
I hope his career goes better than Drew Lock's.
Hey, Drew Lock's going to be a first-round pick. So.
Are you kidding me? I'll put money on that one.
You want to?
Pauly did not. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Drew Lock will not be a #1 pick. Anyone want to cover me on that one?
He'll be a first-round pick. I didn't say he's going to be the #1 overall.
Help me out.
He's the quarterback from Mizzou.
He came from Blue Springs.
Oh,
no, Lee Summit.
No.
Was it Lee Summit?
Lee Summit.
No. Drew Lock will not be a.
No.
Well, it depends on what Jerry Jones had right before.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, he just went a doubleheader with one swing.
Don't put that hate on Drew Lock.
Hey, Duck.
0-8.
You are the man.
Don't put the hate on Drew Lock. I don't want to see him wearing Cowboys crap.
Oh, that was gorgeous. Have a timeout on the field. You know what? We're keeping it here. We can't leave.
We're at 304.
No.
That's it.
Where's it at?
That's
right
it.
here.
304
people.
Dang it.
304.
All right, 350. You cut your hair into a mullet.
No, I'm not.
304. Are you kidding me?
This isn't the 90s, Jared.
Wow.
I'm not doing a mullet.
304 people.
Awesome.
I love you guys.
That's awesome.
Hey,
That's
you know
awesome.
what? Let's take chip step. Let's go 325. Can we get 3 1/4? Start an auctioneer. I've got 300, 300, 305. 305. Can I get 10, 10, 10, 310, 310?
No.
No.
No, 350.
Hey, you know what?
I'm not doing the mullet.
No, we're good. No, 300 blue hair. It's done.
I'm gonna do my imitation of an auctioneer here in town, and it's not Stricker because Stricker's good. There's a guy in here. Literally, this is what he does. 10, 10, 10, 10. Swear to God.
And going off topic, I think auctioneers are amazing.
Dude, have you seen the ones where they like tune it in to hip hop beats?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh. Well, that was no. Stop. Blow the whistle, dead. Refs.
Reconnected.
Yeah, but it said disconnected, trying to reconnect.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure why I would have done that. It was hard, but it's all right.
All right.
It's probably done that many times and we missed it. So.
Thanks, Duck, for making that on Twitter.
Love you, brother.
Wait, what was that? Oh, did you get it on there? All right.
I'll see you Sunday. I'll pay you back.
I got you.
310. Man, let's get 325.
My
310.
mom is
I
gonna
love
have
it.
a heyday with this.
Oh yeah, my mom had a heyday with mine too. So I know how that goes. So a punt line drive to Cassida, drops it, but picks it back up at the 10, gets across the 20 up to about the 24.
Yeah,
Jared, that chip. I don't know if you saw that from down there, but
what?
We had somebody flying at the end of it. I mean, the place didn't going anywhere. Flies in and grabs him by the back of his helmet.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Once again, there are some things going on here that I'm not really liking because that last 2 plays ago, that ball was batted down, and then McKelvey comes up and just grabs it and starts going, and no whistle was blown. And so it's just like, what is going on here?
That's the thing you're going to see with these 0-8 teams is that they're
Get around.
Hansberger gets across the 35. It's going to be a first down.
Right. Yeah. Blue Valley North. They have nothing to lose. They have everything to gain from this game, and and so even if they,
you know him.
That's the last thing. That's the last thing the Edgerton, the coaches really want the Edgerton players do is maybe retaliate and get themselves in trouble and maybe get themselves suspended for a playoff game. That's the last thing these coaches want to do.
7:22 on the clock and running on 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Jennings lowers the helmet just short of the 40-yard line.
Well, still great gang tackling there from Blue Valley. Defenders all going right towards that ball carrier and just really daring the Blazers to air out the football a little bit, maybe try to spread the field and, probably try to challenge this secondary.
6:42 and running, with it being 2nd and 7. Blazers taking a lot of time off the clock, and they're going to get a false start on that. And it looks like the Blazers are going to do everything they can to try to go in with the score and not allow much time on the clock for Northwest as they're running the play clock down below 10. As that's going to knock the Blazers back 5 yards on the false start. Someone on this side got just a little leany. You know what leany means, right? There, Jared?
He's got a headset off.
Yeah, he's got a headset off. Oh, now we can start talking about him again.
What?
That's all right.
We're just saying how horrible the Cowboys were.
Oh my gosh, Ian! I hope you fall off the balcony.
Whoa.
After you get your hair dyed blue, right?
Yes, you're dyeing your hair blue.
McKelly back to pass, looking for chase, complete at the 50. He's got one man to beat. It's a foot race at the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown Blazers, 65 yards. 65-yard pass at 6:04 makes the score 20-0.
Yeah, that's a great play design there from the Blazers. Once again, challenging Blue Valley North, challenge him deep, trying to pass the football, and that's exactly what happened. Caught the secondary napping a little bit, and Jones, he's got enough speed to beat all the defenders down the field for 6.
Hell of a play, boys.
Jennings, his 2nd touchdown reception on the year, makes the score 21-0. Can take a timeout, be back with a kickoff right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware. Paint, animal food, plants and gardening, tools, electrical supplies, plumbing. Why not Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed? Go tell Rex and the gang hi. Trails West Ace Hardware and Feed, 240 North Moonlight in Gardner, and Arbor Creek Ace Hardware, 159th and Muir Lynn in Olathe.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
Blazers Restaurant. Don and Wally have been proud supporters of Blazer Athletics for 15 years, so it only makes sense they own Blazers. Stop in and tell them thanks for their support. Blazers Restaurant, 131 North Center in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Remember, tournament action is brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. Huge, longtime sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network. HD broadcast brought to you by Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling with tech support from America Computers. As the return is going to move up to the 41-yard line. Northwest trailing 21-0, 5:58 to go in the first half.
Give Leighton Dress a 14-yard kick return. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line for Blue Valley Northwest.
Need to say a hi to a good friend of mine, Jennifer Sage, in Florida, as she had to bail out due to Hurricane Michael, and she's down there a week and then has to bail. How'd you like to have that happen?
Nope, not got another flag.
More chippiness.
Yep, that's kind of what I'm expecting.
My sentiment is get on the board and then get chippy.
Right.
Get within 7.
Or win a game.
0-8. I'm gonna try to start a chant.
You know what?
I'm gonna try to chant with the crowds. 0-8.
I'm gonna make you a broadcast T-shirt on the back that's going to say 0-8.
Oh my gosh, I'd wear that everywhere.
You would.
Oh man, not waving the flag off.
Every tweet I send out from here on out, it's going to be hashtag.
Hey, hashtag 0-8.
Hashtag 0-8.
Clock at 5:55.
Hashtag no wins.
Great, you had a great season. Welcome to the playoffs. 0-8 was fantastic. Keep it up, guys.
Yeah.
Good job of getting 0-9.
Yes, Jennifer, I am a goof. That's just kind of how it is. Pauly back to pass, getting pressure by Robinson. Breaks a couple tackles. Stopped at the 45-yard line. And I believe that was Tucker again. And I'll tell you what, when they let loose of Robinson, it's like a cheetah. He goes straight through, he's not even touched, and Pauly sees him and he goes, okay, where's my outlet?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's why Robinson's getting Division I looks. Because you said he took a visit up to Wyoming just a few weeks ago.
Yep. Pauly back to pass, and Robertson just flies at him.
They can't stop him.
No.
You would blitz. I think they should blitz Robertson every play. They can't stop him.
If I'm Pauly, I'm going to the coach saying, I don't care who my running back is. His first response is to block Robertson.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
He was batting his chest. Coach is giving him an earful. He goes, yeah, I missed that one. That's my bad.
He's like, and I'm going back to coach going, dude.
Yeah.
You see him coming? I'm 5'0", a bucknut. You want me to block that? Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of running backs do when the linebackers come up. They just go up, go for the legs.
Pauly with the slant pass complete at the 46. Clock stop at 4:27.
And then once again, they could just run those simple slant plays all day, and they could just easily move down the field. I bet they could run that play 8 times, and I don't know how many times the Blazers would be able to stop it.
Jarrett Finley is going to be getting a comment with Coach Cornelson at the half, brought to you by Capes Whole Homes Heating and Cooling. Hey, if you haven't figured it out, the temperatures are dropping. Give Sean Capes a call. He's got a $59 special on a checkup on your central air unit. I guarantee you'll want to do it because, Duck, you can testify to this too, just how good Capes is.
No, Sean's amazing, and he'll drop everything to get to your house. Make sure you and your family's well taken care of. He was there for mine. Sean, you're the best. Keep it up, buddy.
Clock at 4:13 and running. Pauly looking this side. Pump fakes on the slant. Pass complete.
Wrap up.
Cassida can't wrap him up. He gets down to the 35. They're going to mark him at the 36. Stops the clock at 4:05.
See, once again, just another simple slant pattern right there.
There's no reason they should try.
First down.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should try anything further than 10 yards.
No, absolutely not, because obviously it's working. I mean, why would you try anything else?
Trips to the near side. Clock at 4 minutes and running. Little out pattern. Cassida tries to lay the shoulder on the ball. Pass complete. Cassida comes up, just a little tweak on the right ankle. Clock running, 3:45. Make it 2nd and 5. They got trips to the short side of the field, so I would think they're going to go take the slot and move him out on an out pattern is what I'd be looking at. Well, they brought him on back on the inside, and he threw it just behind him. Are you kidding me? He threw it behind him.
Out of all the pass interference calls you're going to make that one?
Wow.
It was behind him the whole time.
Yeah, it was behind him.
What happened?
I don't know if Pauly threw it behind him by accident or if he thought it was going to be a curl. I thought he was going to run out with it. Are they picking it up?
They better.
I don't.
No.
Nope.
No,
they're not.
That's terrible.
Awful.
That's.
I know that's not your call. That wasn't behind him.
What did he say, Doug?
He hit me and raised the eyebrows and kept on going. So.
You know what that means? Hey, I ain't backing that call.
Doug's going to get himself thrown out of the game.
That was thrown behind him again.
No flag? Wow.
So clock stopped at 3:18, make it 2nd and 10.
I got your name. And I got your picture.
Hey, I got your picture too, don't you? You are beautiful.
Oh, man.
You are beautiful.
That's your name.
She's gonna love me. Boy. How about this student section?
What? Yeah. What is Core Nelson? He is absolutely livid. What's going on, Duck?
We can't get lined up.
Oh, can't get lined up correctly?
Can't get lined up. Hold on 1 second.
Clock at 3:18.
Every time that Blue Valley seems to get in this area, they seem to throw an interception or will happen. So we'll see what happens on this possession.
So 3:18 to go in the first half, 21-0. Tracy Allen checking in. Really glad to see her on there checking out the broadcast. Haven't heard from her in a little bit. Pump fake going out in the corner. Casta turns around. And I'll tell you, Casta turned around at the perfect moment.
I think if he turned around about a half second sooner, I think that would have been an interception.
Yeah, that's where you come back and look at the, see the eyes.
We had quite the conversation. I have a lot of respect for this guy. I've seen him around quite a bit. I'll get his name from my card here in a second, but he agreed, but he didn't agree that that foul shouldn't have been called.
Well,
I mean, he's not going to throw his guy under the bus, but he also agrees that time management and based off of the play and what's going on.
Pass incomplete on 3rd and 10, so a big call coming up for Coach Ryder at 3:08. Do you go for it, or do you try to get the field goal and just get some points?
I was going to go for it.
Well, you're down 3 touchdowns. Well, see, and here's my thinking. You're down 3 touchdowns, but if you get the points, you get the ball back to start the second half, but you're leaving the Blazers 3 minutes on the clock to end the half. So it looks like Coach Ryder's going to go for it on 4th and 10 from the 15.
Probably see another fade route, left side here.
They're trying to get us to jump.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 on the play clock right now, and that's what they're going to try to do.
Watch the ball!
And Coach Ryder's going to call a timeout with 3:08 to go.
Timeout, Northwest.
Take a look at some of the chat going on. 301 still. That is absolutely awesome. Warren Noroth said he saw 327. Yeah, that's.
Where's Warren at? The lake? Warren's kind of cold to be at the lake, buddy.
Hey, Warren can be wherever he wants.
I love Warren. Warren and I go, but I'll tell you what, Warren is an excellent chain gang member. No, he was down marker. I was chain. Warren was down marker. He's one of the greatest down marker men I've ever met in my life.
We've had some pretty good.
Hey, Ian.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Leanne Rhymes song? Is it Blue?
I don't listen to her.
How about Keith Urban? Blue ain't your color.
No, I don't listen to country that much.
Going for a corner pattern. Pass is going to be complete. And a touchdown for Northwest. I'll tell you what.
This kid's got ice in his veins.
He does. He's got what we call some moxie going on him right now. So a 15-yard touchdown pass.
But they still lead the Blazers 3:02 left.
Yep, they did. Blazers can take that right back. So the extra point coming up next. The McCarthy Auto Group halftime show coming up. Ernest Provat says,
almost blocked that.
We have a prediction that Blazers will be putting up 50 points tonight. That from Ernest Provat. Warren says, thanks, Duck. Now Dave and Coop are working them tonight. Are they over there across?
Oh, yeah. Dave's running,
I see him.
Chains.
I see Coop.
These guys, I tell you what.
They're awesome, aren't they?
They're something else. Hey, I just got a text, Ryan.
Yeah.
Let's check the feed. It just looped back to the beginning. I don't know if that's something we did or they did.
Yeah. No?
Okay.
Mine.
Oh, we're all good now.
Okay, yeah, mine's on it.
That's from my buddy Jonah, assistant produce manager at another one of our sponsors, Cosentino's Price Chopper.
Great people.
And they will be getting a new store. It sounds like everything's on the go, and we should be breaking ground hopefully by July.
And I won't have to worry about parking my truck there anymore.
No, sir.
Pritchard gets the ball across the 20. Across the 30. Breaks a couple tackles, 35. That's when you need to go down. Taking a lot of time off the clock.
That's a whistle, boys.
Yeah, so how come there wasn't a flag there after the whistle, and then Blue Valley just kept trying to take Pritchard down to the ground?
Because they're 0-8.
0-8. Hashtag 0-8.
Yeah.
20-yard return by Pritchard.
Are we too mean? Are we being mean?
It's 2018, so probably, yeah.
Clock at 2:53. McKelvey keeping himself, gets to a hole. Oh, my. Try to cut it back inside, but he's going to have a first down. Stops the clock at 2:48. 21-7 the score, as you can see down below. Clock at 2:47.
Yeah.
Which way?
That way.
You need to get that student section working on that.
These guys are gonna look at me like, what are we doing?
Hunsberger banging across, trying to get a couple yards. Close to the 49 of Northwest. Clock running at 2:30. And they haven't even started the play clock yet. And the game clock is still going. McKelvey looking downfield. He's looking for Brody Marshall. Pass complete at the 25-yard line. Stops the clock at 2:03 on the first down. Toss to the near side. Jennings cuts again. Stopped at about the 18. Clock running at 1:30.
You've got 11 Huskies inside the hash marks.
Oh, and that's what they're going to do. Down to the 9-yard line, stops the clock at 1:20. And that's where the pass comes in. Hey, Will, how many passes so far? 4?
3.
3? Okay. Clock at 1:15 and running. Jennings tries to get to the outside, stretches the field, gets around the corner of the 5, touchdown Blazers! 14-yard touchdown run for Luke Jennings. makes the score 26-7. 27-7.
What a great run there from Luke Jennings as he was able to break
Keep it up!
He breaks it to the outside, and he's able to get in the end zone and get that touchdown back, get this back up to a 3-score lead.
1:06, and as Ian said, left the Blazers 3 minutes on the clock. What'd they do that, Will, in about minute 58?
It was 3:02 when they took over. So minute 56.
Extra point is good, 28-7. We'll take a timeout. Be back with a kickoff right after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
American Computers. Regardless if you need help with a desktop, laptop, network equipment, or peripherals and accessories, American Computers can get the job done. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight Road in Gardner.
Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning. Proudly serving Blazer fans in Gardner and surrounding areas. Call Capes Whole Homes Heating and Air Conditioning at 638-1647.
Planet Sub, where the bread is mixed, rolled, and baked fresh from scratch every morning. Oh, it's good. Planet Sub, 921 East Lincoln Lane in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Dustin Duck Martin and Jarrett Finley down on the sideline. Will Thrill McIntyre down below with the stats. Ian Jones working the graphics and the camera at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Trying to get around to the outside. Stopped at the 34-yard line. Reminder, the Blazer Broadcast Network HD broadcast brought to you by Capes Whole Home Heating and Cooling. Tournament state action. Brought to, or I should say, state tournament action. Yoda call me. I guess something like that. State tournament action broadcast brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. Huge thanks to all the sponsors on the BBN.
If you're just joining us, Ian, we got 300
Will
viewers.
color his hair blue.
He's gonna. Oh, don't sing. Coloring his hair blue. Can't wait to see what it looks like.
Oh, it's going to be pretty. Here comes Robinson again! Oh, you saw him loading up! Darren Robinson on the go! Paulie never had a chance.
Paulie is he is hurt.
All right, look, I told you once, that big 54 in blue, that Mack truck, you got to stop him.
Yeah, somebody get the license plate for that truck that just hit me.
I'm looking down here at the Robinson family. Yeah, they're kind of liking that just a little bit.
And it was one of those hits where the quarterback is throwing it, his arms up in the air, and Robinson just nailed him right on his side. And that ball obviously just came rolling out of his hands. What a big hit from Robinson, and a great opportunity now for the Blazers to put this game pretty much out of reach with a 4-score lead.
So 56 seconds left to go. Getzman, pass complete on the outside to the 25-yard line.
Run that play again.
Wow. And I'll tell you what, Getzman's got a nice little arm on him, and then you got the cue right after him. Both those guys can pass the ball nicely. 53 seconds on the clock. Shifts Hunsberger to the left. Oh, that almost worked out. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, if Jennings could have caught that one,
yeah,
there was a nice little hole on that here side. A little bit of a high snap.
Yeah,
clock running at 35 seconds.
And kind of looking at the hand signals from Cornelson, he changed the play, and he became a little airplane. And so I'm guessing that was probably called that play is called a jet sweep, and that's kind of what was going on.
Another high snap. Getzman back to pass, looking for McKelvey. Oh, and it's a touchdown! 27-yard touchdown reception by McKelvey from Getzman. And I mean, Getzman put the touch on that. McKelvey had to reach for it, caught it by the fingertips, for the touchdown.
What a great play. And what a great catch further from McKelvey. And that was not an easy catch. That was an over-the-shoulder catch. He kind of had to look up and kind of followed it right into his hands. And McKelvey, is there anything he can't do? He plays cornerback. He plays quarterback, and he goes a wide receiver, and he can catch the football.
35-7 is your score. We'll go ahead and keep it here. I'll tell you what, the Blazers were only leading 7-0 at the end of the first quarter and have outscored Northwest 28-7 in the second.
Maybe that isn't too far-fetched to say 52 tonight.
Wow.
Did you hear me, Ryan?
Yeah, I heard you.
And Coach Cornelson's wife is watching from home right now.
I just saw that. It reminded me I was going to take a look at that. As Coach Cornelson's wife checking, he just heard Ian talk about it. Let's see. Wow, I think they just put this game out of reach. That was from Rodney Kuntz. Jamie Cornelson, Coach Cornelson's wife, said thanks for the broadcast. Watching at home and tonight cheering on Coach Cornelson and the Blazers. Cambry says go Daddy.
And we're going to talk with him here in about 15 seconds.
I'll tell you what. I'm not saying, how do I say this? Obviously, McKelvey does not have the arm that Getzman does. But just with the running ability that he has, then you add Getzman in there. If you have to start throwing the ball and you take an athlete like McKelvey, plus you have Jennings, you have Hunsberger, you have Rodriguez, you throw those guys in the loop along with Brody Marshall, this offense that Coach Cornelson has is just like endless.
Yeah, there's just so many options that they can really do with this offense.
And Paulie says, yeah, no, I'm out. Deuce, I'm kneeling it down. 35-7 is your score as Jared Finley's going to get down with Coach Cornelson and get a comment with him. As Coach Cornelson's talking to Walters. As Jared's walking over to him, trying to catch up to him.
I got him.
And Jared, go ahead and get Coach Cornelson real quick.
All right, being joined by head coach Cornelson right now. Coach, your thoughts on that first half?
It started off slow, and we
turn around this
didn't really execute real well. But I thought, kids battled in there and made some big plays, and obviously going in with the lead, you're happy with that.
All right, Coach, just to talk about that offense a little bit. Able to get 2 touchdowns in under a minute.
Yeah, we work it all year, and knew we were going to use that stuff in the playoffs when we needed it, and felt like we needed to do it there and try to get some points on the board, and kids did a good job executing.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys?
We're going to take a quick timeout, come back with the McCarthy Auto Group halftime show. 35-7's your score. We'll take a timeout, be back in a couple minutes on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Hey, Blazers fans! The McCarthy Auto Group is proud to support Gardner Edgerton Sports. Remember, when you're in an accident, after you call 911, make your next call 800-NEW-AGAIN for one of the 5 conveniently located McCarthy Collision Centers. Call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN for the McCarthy Collision Centers. For award-winning service performed by certified technicians with decades of experience, call or click 800-NEW-AGAIN. The McCarthy Collision Centers. Satisfying customers is no accident. It's our guarantee.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. If you're getting ready to sell your car, you know that appearance is key. So why not let Jeff get your car ready for you? Call Jeff at 620-1253.
American Computers. There's a reason why American Computers is the official computer store of the Blazer Broadcast Network. It just takes a single visit to find out why. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware. Humphreys Family Dentistry. For the best in general dentistry, Humphreys Family Dentistry will give you the smile you've always wanted. Make your appointment by calling 856-2333. That's 856-2333.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Amazing barbecue. The Kansas City Strip. If there's one thing this town knows, it's meat. That's why Price Chopper Butchers take the time to cut meat fresh in-store daily. None of that prepackaged stuff shipped from out of state. It's also why Price Chopper backs all their KC Pride beef with a 200% guarantee. If you don't love it, you'll get a replacement and your money back. No questions asked. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
Who do I perform for? I perform for all the awesome composers whose music deserves to be heard.
I perform for all the stagehands who make sure I never miss a cue.
I perform for our high school choir director who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
I perform for Mrs. Evans, my high school debate coach, who has helped me become more confident than I ever dreamed possible.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the high school in your community.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
Ryan Regla and Ian Jones here at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Will the Thrill McIntyre down below with the stats. Jarrett Finley.
Yep.
And the Duckmeister.
Yes.
Down below. Blazers 35-7 halftime lead. 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Northwest was doing a great job on that Blazer offense, keeping them down and stacking the box, and the Blazers really weren't going anywhere. Three of the first four possessions Northwest had led to turnovers. Next thing you know, boom, there you go. It was just like, it's like Dan Patrick says, you can't stop them, you can only hope to contain them. Well, they contained them for a quarter, and that was about it.
Yeah, exactly. That was something that the Wolves were able to move the football a little bit, and the Blazers were able to, their defense was able to step up, make some big plays, cause some turnovers, in the red zone, and really prevent this offense from really doing any really major damage in that first half.
Will is downstairs. Do you have the stats ready? Will? Willard?
He's doing them.
He's doing them? All right.
He's still doing them. He's working on them.
I can hear the abacus and, How do you work them abacuses? I mean, you see guys doing those things and they're click, 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 boom. How?
You move the beads.
Well, it's like backgammon. How do you play that frickin' game?
Who still uses abacuses anyways?
I bet they do in China. They can run them thing quicker than computers or calculator. Who uses a calculator anymore?
Me? That's one person.
Oh. Well, you're a minority.
I guess.
You're a minority, just like a true Cowboys fan.
Oh my gosh. You do real? Oh my gosh.
I did. How
am I a minority?
I didn't even need a point on that hook. You just went right to it.
Man. you do realize the Cowboys are the most expensive sports franchise in the world, right? So obviously there's other people that like them outside of me.
Hey, just goes to show money can't buy championships, son.
You do realize there's a salary cap in football, so everybody has to deal with the exact same salary cap. It isn't baseball. Oh, silence. There we go. Good point, Jarrett.
But if you look at it, though, Jerry will spend the money to go out and get somebody, though.
He will.
It hasn't happened in a long time. Outside of Terrell Owens, they really haven't spent a lot of money to kind of go out and get that big playmaker.
Okay, so here's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on a surprise to come up.
And I can't find him.
No, not that surprise. A different surprise.
Oh, the other
surprise. One. Well, yeah, you don't even know about this.
I don't.
So what the deal is a couple weeks ago, everyone knows I colored my hair pink and we got 200 viewers on the broadcast. So I did that. So after I got my hair done, our first broadcast after that was at Shawnee Mission North against Shawnee Mission Northwest. Well, I got a text or a message on the YouTube chat deal that this gal's kids, Jackson and Cora, wouldn't go to sleep. They needed to go to sleep, but they wanted to see my hair pink during the halftime. So I made the deal. I said, all right. I said, I'll show my hair at halftime, but you guys need to promise that you're going to go to bed right after you do that. So she messages back. She says, deal. So they loved it. They loved that their name was mentioned and everything. So I told them, I said, when they come up to a game, they need to come up to the broadcast booth. Well, I got a message that they're coming to the game, and I got a message that they were coming up to the gate, and they're supposed to be coming up here pretty soon. I'm waiting for the north door to open up. So I've got a little surprise for Jackson and Cora. Hey, they don't know that they're going to be on the air, but I have a little surprise for them. And I'm going to have Ian turn the camera around to get all that done. And I'm waiting to see, Will, do you have the stats done yet? Still checking them? He's still adding them up and everything. 35-7 the score. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick timeout. We've got about 7 minutes left of the broadcast, or for the halftime. And we will, in fact, let me throw a switch. Go ahead and keep your mic open, Jared.
Ready. Yeah, I'm open.
Go ahead and keep your mic open. We're going to go ahead and listen to the band for a little bit and their performance.
Ready. Oh, Will's ready.
Will's ready.
Let's hear some numbers.
We'll throw another curve. Will, give me the stats.
You ready?
Yeah.
Blazers, 23 rushing attempts for 200 yards. 4 of 5 passing for 122 yards for 322 total. 6 first downs, 50 yards and penalties, 12:50 time of possession. Blue Valley Northwest, 12 rushes for 20 yards. 12 and 19 passing for 184 for 204 total yards. 7 first downs, 35 yards and penalties, and 11-10 time of possession.
That's pretty dominant. That's pretty dominant right there. So now we have our special guest. So I'm going to take my headset off. I'm going to get on this one here. I think it should work. This one here. Hold on. Let me get turned on here. Let me get turned on. Let me get turned up here. Yeah. Get that one turned up. Okay. Oh, hold on here. We'll switch this one over here real quick. All right, there we go. Okay, now I got it. I got a different mic. So now we have. Now we need Jackson and Cora over here. Now, got Jackson and Cora. You guys didn't know that I was going to put you guys on the air, did you? No. Oh, you didn't know. But now did you know I was going to put you on the air? No. Now what do you dress up like? Are you a zombie?
Skeleton zombie.
A skeleton, not just a zombie, but a skeleton zombie. Okay. And you're not dressed.
I changed because we were at the Moonlight Harvest Fest.
And where were you dressed up at?
Claire from the Nutcracker. Claire from the Nutcracker.
Oh. My kids are 25 and 27. I have no knowledge of that. The best friend, and who's the best friend?
Xander.
Yeah, okay. And dude's got the blue hair. It's not pink. It's not pink. You didn't go with the right color. But did you know that Ian over here, we got 300 viewers on the broadcast. That hair is going to be blue. That hair is going to be as blue as yours. Now Matt, and imagine Ian with blue hair. Is that kind of funny? Okay, now I told your mom this. Come here real quick. Now I told your mom this. I got it. Well, no, but I got a surprise for you. Okay. Now I'm gonna make you guys honorary Blazer Broadcast Network broadcasters. Okay. Oh no. And it gets better. Okay. Hold on. It gets better. So now, what I have is that one for you, and that one for you. Open them up. Now, they're a little bit big. Open it up. So now it gives you a little bit of chance to go into it. You can lose it. Yeah, you'd probably be able to start wearing it now. Right? Oh, you learned?
That is awesome.
This is like one of the main reasons why we love doing this.
That was awesome.
That was great.
And Jackson's back off by the game. He's already out there. But now I have to find out. Now, when you guys wanted to see my hair pink, are you disappointed that it's not pink now? And the deal was, yeah, and that was the deal we had, right? All right, I just wanted to make sure that's what we did. So I had to get Cora and Jackson up here. You guys got your shirts. Wear them proudly. Whenever you guys want to come up, you can come up. Whenever you want to say hi to Duck, just show Duck the shirt and say, hey, I'm part of the crew. Now the other thing is, if you're going to be part of the broadcast team, you got to have a nickname.
It doesn't even have to be a good nickname. It just has to be a nickname.
Think about it.
0-8's already taken.
0-8's taken.
Seagirl. Okay, we'll go with Coral.
No, to my name.
Okay, so you'll be what?
Cute. When we had like all of our friends, that was my nickname.
All right, we got it down.
What are they? What is it?
Coral and Cute.
Coral and Cute?
Action Jackson. I can never say that from the
Action
movie.
Jackson.
Action Jackson.
He's going to be out. And I'll be waiting for it. He'll be flying around like Robinson's been flying around through full first half. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we're going to have the kickoff of the second half. 35-7 is the score. We're going to take a timeout and be back here in just a minute on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. If you're getting ready to sell your car, you know that appearance is key. So why not let Jeff get your car ready for you? Call Jeff at 620-1253.
American Computers. There's a reason why American Computers is the official computer store of the Blazer Broadcast Network. It just takes a single visit to find out why. American Computers, 325 North Moonlight, across the street from Trails West Ace Hardware. Humphrey's Family Dentistry. For the best in general dentistry, Humphrey's Family Dentistry will give you the smile you've always wanted. Make your appointment by calling 856-2333. That's 856-2333.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Amazing barbecue. The Kansas City Strip. If there's one thing this town knows, it's meat. That's why Price Chopper Butchers take the time to cut meat fresh in-store daily. None of that prepackaged stuff shipped from out of state. It's also why Price Chopper backs all their KC Pride beef with a 200% guarantee. If you don't love it, you'll get a replacement and your money back. No questions asked. Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised.
Ryan Ragland back with you at the McCarthy Auto Group broadcast booth. Jarrett Finley and Duck down on the sideline.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
So I visited with our chain gang during halftime.
Oh yeah, the Jones crew.
Yeah, I got the
Jones
rundown
crew?
for the foul on Coach. So on the fumble play, there was a phantom whistle somewhere. So the fumble happens, whistle, we pick it up, then the rest of the whistles come in. They blow it dead. Coach is going totally crazy. He walks over. He's yelling at the side official, and he goes, "You blew the whistle. If you didn't blow your whistle, then you're a liar." So he throws his flag up. He looks right at Dave, and he goes, "Nobody calls me a liar." And he goes, "No, they don't, sir." So that's how we got, that's why there was no warning. You don't call the official a liar.
Well, I can't comment on that. I have nothing to say, but hey.
So new rule of thumb, you question the official about if it's a touchdown or not, and you don't call him a liar.
You just don't do it.
You just don't do it.
Real quick, Jarrett, waiting for Jarrett. Are you going to be able to get with Coach Walters real quick, or?
I don't think so, because there's like 40 seconds left, and then they're going to start the second half.
How do you like our new honorary members of the Blazer Broadcast Network, Jackson, and Cora?
You know what? I like I said, I think I've said this a lot of times. I've been in radio for 10 years. I've interviewed kids, for such a long time. Those kids had they were not scared whatsoever to be on the air.
Hey,
They're like, because most people, when you put a mic in front of them, they lose all communication skills, and they just forget.
This one too.
I mean, it's like it's amazing how putting a mic in front of someone's face, or they just clam up like, oh, I don't know how to talk anymore.
Well,
those kids had no fear. That was awesome.
I put it in front of her for a second, and then she kind of paused and went, no. Game on after that. That's all it took. So yeah, and like I said, that's and Jared, you know as well as I do, that's half the fun of doing this.
Oh yeah,
it is. And you know, actually, me and Jackson and Cora's dad got to talking, and we know a lot of the same people down in the Chanute area. So it's just like a small world.
Ryan,
yes, sir.
Mark Meyer just hit me up.
Yeah.
We've had middle school kids enjoying your car this afternoon, and your alarm's going off. You got your keys?
Yeah.
We got to hit the beeper so your alarm stops going off.
Is it off now?
I don't know.
Where are you at?
Down here on the track.
We're getting it.
You got it?
Yeah, we're getting it.
What, getting my keys?
Oh. Yeah, if I can get your keys.
Well, Will? Here are my keys.
Here, just throw them out the just throw them out the window.
Hey, I just tossed my keys down to Will, and he caught those things better than any Cowboys receiver.
Oh my gosh!
Outside of Beasley.
Well then,
get mom.
This is oh man.
But they did.
You know what? I don't have to take this anymore.
But they did get Cooper, and they had to trade away. They had to trade stuff away to get Cooper when they could have just kept Bryant.
I know.
All right, we got it.
Up down at the 30 on the kickoff, gets around the corner, has a blocker ahead of him, and then brought down solidly at the 48. And that's where Northwest is going. Did you get it?
Where do you park at, Ryan? Are you over where you normally park?
Yeah.
It's over there. Okay.
Was the alarm going off on it?
Yeah.
I see Mark over there looking at it. I don't know why it's been going off.
Well, you had middle schoolers enjoying your car.
Doing what?
They're jacking around the parking lot.
You're going the wrong way.
We're parked over here.
No, he parks over
north
here.
End.
You're over here now?
North end. No, over here.
By the soccer field.
Oh.
Come my direction, Duck.
I got you. I'm right here.
This is great radio, by the way.
Well, the game really hasn't started back up yet.
No, it hasn't.
For all those stations out there picking up the broadcast, I really hope you pick this up right now.
This is some high-quality stuff right here.
Paulie with a pump fake. Sideline route.
Wow.
Pass incomplete. McKelvey on the coverage. Pass intended for Dolish.
Number 19, Randall, the intended receiver. McKelvey defending. Second down.
11:45. Clock stopped here in the second half. Or I should say third quarter. Blazers up 35-7.
Kids.
You gotta love them, man.
That's why we can't have anything nice.
That sums up this broadcast.
Hey, wait a minute here.
Shots fired.
0-8.
0-8.
0-8. In the playoffs.
Pulling back to pass. And thrown behind the Are you kidding me?
You can't call that!
The ref threw the ball further than Paulie did. That's terrible.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you kidding? Hey, as Dave Webb would say, that's a heck of an arm by that ref.
It's not his call to make.
No, it's not even close. That's yows.
That's Mr. Andrew Fry for those that are paying attention.
Is that from the card or the picture? Paulie back to pass on the slant. Nice job getting the hand in on the defense by Ethan Reynolds. So 2nd and 10. You guys taking off on me. You're welcome. Wow, we're all just kind of lost for words on that last play. 2nd and 10 from the Blazer 37. Trips to the near side now. The man in motion. Here comes Robertson. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to say it now. You can't give just one defensive player of the game. The McCarthy co-players of the game, Pritchard and Robertson. Robertson for the first quarter Pritchard for the first quarter, and Robinson just for the blitz and the pressure that he's put on Paulie just by himself.
I mean, seriously, blitz Robinson every time. They can't block him.
No, they can't.
They can't. Nobody has stepped up and tried to put a body on him. They all just get out of the way.
Yeah, they don't have the numbers. 3rd and 22.
Here he comes
Here
again.
he comes. Yeah, that's got to be holding.
Great.
Ethan Reynolds with a great defensive.
Man, if you could really draw up how to play defensive back, that's how you do it. Ethan Reynolds, I mean, he stuck his hand out. He knocked down that football. What a great play. And once again, they brought Robinson on, and it took 2 offensive linemen to hold him before he was able to get to the quarterback.
Long, high punt. Cassidy gets it at the 10-yard line on the fair catch.
Punt is down by number 5, Cassidy.
So 1st and 10 for the Blazers marking it at the 10-yard line.
Now he owes you
I'll tell you what, Ryan, from the past years to this year, one thing that's different, forget the scoreboard, forget all that, just the atmosphere down here on the sideline. It's amazing.
Back.
It's amazing.
It's back. Handoff up the middle. Hunsberger fighting. He's going to lose a yard on the play.
The ball carrier.
Clock running at 10:30.
Once again, the Huskies just daring the Blazers to air out the football because they're just have pretty much everyone pretty much close to the line of scrimmage.
And you know what? And look who's coming in.
Uh-oh.
Short loss on the play, 2nd down.
That's probably a telltale sign right there. Where you put McKelvey out to the outside.
Nope, they're gonna bring Getzman in on the wide out to the near side. Now they're having a split back. And I'll tell you what, they didn't have Northwest did not have the numbers on the near side on that play. But they did a nice job down blocking off that. Clock running at 9:35. Remember, Planet Sub after the game tonight. The whole crew is going to be out there. We're going to close the place down.
And Ian's driving us all home.
Oh, heck no.
Yep.
I have no room in my car.
Hey, I can walk home. I ain't worried about that.
I can't.
I can't either.
Ian's driving me and Will home.
Dude, I have no room in my car.
I don't care. We are getting home in your car somehow.
McKelvey trying to get to the outside, gets enough for the first down. He drugged a Husky about 10 yards with him. Oh, so get this.
Hungerford making the tackle.
I thought.
Great story.
I thought.
0-8.
I thought Ian was going to bring me a drink last week, and he thought I had one, but he didn't. So I went ahead and grabbed my own drink for the game tonight. He comes up, hey, I brought you a drink to pay back for last week.
That's so nice of Ian.
Well, right?
That's why he's driving us home tonight.
Oh, heck no. I mean, if you really want to sit on top of a tailgate tent, then be my guest.
No. Looks like a fumble.
Uh-oh. Yep.
Oh, a fumble turned over to Northwest. So Northwest with the punt. Blazers with the fumble. At 8:37. Things stand the same our next broadcast. In fact, we need to bring up some scores.
Yeah.
I've been trying to. 8-10 varsity is pretty quiet tonight. Screen! Pass!
Man, all by himself at the 5-yard line.
Wow.
And that will be discussed, I'm pretty sure.
That should not have been open.
That should not have been.
No. Yeah.
I think what happened was they dropped their playbook, picked it up, and it back instead of the front of the playbook.
That was.
Number 80 Sample with the reception.
That was. I don't know how a player gets that wide open.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been, but it was on the first play. First play after the fumble. The extra point. Oh, it's blocked. Ethan or Johnson.
And they're going to flag him for it.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness! Are
you kidding me? What?
Unsportsmanlike call against the Blazers.
This is turning into the no fun league. It's the playoffs. Let that happen.
I don't get how you can't be excited and not let him do that. But Corey Nelson's getting on Johnson on that. I don't know if he had to have said something. I don't think the actions would have done it. He must have said something. That's the only thing I can think of. But they're going to get that assessed on the kickoff. 35-13 is the score. We can take a timeout. Be back with the kickoff after this on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. For the best in general dentistry, Humphreys Family Dentistry will give you the smile you've always wanted. Make your appointment by calling 856-2333. That's 856-2333.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
All right, taking a look at some of the other scores around the state in the state playoffs. As we mentioned earlier, 68-12, Blue Valley North over Wyandotte. Shawnee Mission East big over Harmon, 45-0. Shawnee Mission North leading Shawnee Mission Northwest 21-14. Shawnee Mission South over Olathe Northwest 26-14. So I believe that will be the Blazers and the Raiders of Shawnee Mission South. I have to look at my sheet. Oh no, that's the Shawnee Mission Northwest, Shawnee Mission North. So it looks like that if the score would stand, that Shawnee Mission North would be coming back here again. Let's see, Shawnee Mission South leading Olathe Northwest 26-14. Olathe East lead. Oh, wow. Are you ready for this, Duck?
Sure, shoot.
Olathe East leading Blue Valley 24-14.
Holy smokes.
That's and if Blue Valley loses the game, that's a losing record for the Tigers. When was the last time you were able to say that?
It's been a long time.
Been a long time for sure. Olathe South leading Blue Valley West 30-20. Olathe North big over Shawnee Mission West 49-7. Derby shutting out Lawrence 41-0.
Oh
wow. Lawrence Free State 40-6 over Wichita North. Hutch leading Topeka 35-23, and that was a
Hutch was down this year.
Topeka 7-1, Hutch is 2-6. So that's a big upset on the west side.
Hutch at 2-6.
Well, they weren't 2-6 last year with Cornelson.
I didn't know.
McKelvey keeping himself, spinning around, trying to break tackles.
Come on!
And Cornelson is going to get on him. Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, that's a good move. I think, is that Jennings or is that goalie? Talking to McKelvey. No, actually, that's Taylor Warner getting in front of McKelvey and keeping McKelvey cool.
I don't know what the Northwest coaches are all upset about. I mean, it was obvious. It's right in front of your own sideline. There's nothing to be upset about. He blew the whistle.
And they kept going.
Well, hey, and I got clarification from the ref right after that last personal foul on the block PAT.
Right.
He got us for taunting.
Taunting's getting in their face and mouthing off, not celebrating a kick.
I thought I saw Johnson just running off toward the sideline, jumping.
I saw everybody running off the side.
I'll tell you what.
His justification on that was he flagged Northwest for the same thing, so he had to flag us for it too.
I'll tell you what, if that's taunting, they should have flagged Junior on the pass tipped and McPherson to save the game, because I guarantee he jumped twice as high as Johnson, and Junior has no vertical leap whatsoever.
Hey, keep your eyes open. White hats all over the Northwest coaching staff.
Are they? Rodriguez tries to cut it back inside, gets across the 45, give him a couple yards on the play.
A little extra pushing after the whistle there on that far side from the Northwest corner.
Yeah, you just hope that nothing ugly happens.
Nobody gets hurt.
Nobody gets hurt. Nothing ugly happens at the end of the football game. You hope
no last chance use type stuff.
Yeah, I hope nothing like that happens. But
maybe Blazers should do what KU did last year and don't even shake Oklahoma's hand.
Wait, KU has a football team?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
you guys.
they now.
Stop.
They did for a couple weeks, and I'm a Jayhawk fan, so I can say that. McKelvey keeps himself behind a blocker, gets across the 40, close to the 39.
I thought that was just intramural football that they had. I didn't know.
Oh,
no, that's down south.
That's their basketball team.
Oh, geez.
Oh, here it goes. Here we go. Here.
You guys want to make fun of my family at all? You just keep bashing everything I love.
Enjoy getting pegged by the FBI. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, the FBI found KU innocent, so let's move on.
No.
0-8. 0-8.
Hey,
innocent.
Here's my whole deal on that. Here's my whole deal on that. Everyone's doing it.
Everybody's doing it.
Michael Porter Jr. was the cleanest recruit ever. Hey, they hired his dad. That's the way you get him.
Yeah, and when Manning was there, they got his dad there too, so.
Did the same thing with.
Oh, Hunsberger just laid.
There it is, face mask.
You got the face mask? I didn't see it, but I saw Hunsberger laid his shoulder down.
And
I'll tell you what, Hunsberger, he doesn't look very big. The dude is solid.
Yeah.
He's
a tough runner.
Oh
no!
What are we calling?
A chop block.
What?
Oh. I was getting asked. What do you do?
Okay.
What's that call?
That's a chop block is not 15 yards.
That's 20 yards. From where the flag is.
Wow.
Is a chop block 15 yards?
I thought though just the big ones like holding and chop block and all that.
I thought it was 10.
I thought they were 15 just across the board like that. I didn't think they were 20, but once again
it's a 15.
It's 15 yards.
It's that small school education.
Here we go, bashing my education now.
I mean, you are a Cowboys fan, so we got to question it.
There we go again. There we go.
Well, while we let the backside of Jared simmer down, we're going to take a timeout. 35-13.
No, let's keep it right here.
You want to keep it here?
Let's air out our difficulties here. Right now. What is it with you guys just making fun of me? I don't understand. I haven't said anything all night.
God, this feels so good. This is so nice. It's not being me anymore.
Oh man.
Awesome.
There's a big bullseye on his back down there in the sidelines.
And that ain't no star either.
No. You know what? Let's take a timeout now. Yeah,
we don't have time now.
Oh man.
Hey, I tried. I went the Cowboy way and went to your lead. And where did it get you?
5 Super Bowls, 8 Super Bowl appearances.
Thank you, Jimmy Johnson, for the 2. I say 2.5 because Switzer just rode the coattail of Johnson even after he was gone.
I don't credit Barry Switzer with any wins that the Cowboys ever did.
You really can't credit Barry Switzer for much of anything.
No.
What's he doing now?
Airport security?
Yeah, airport security. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, I remember that. I'll never forget that. I carry a gun all the time. I'm like, you bozo.
3rd and 18, 5:32 to go in the third.
Yes, 0-8.
0-8. McKelvey keeps himself. Look at that big hole on the outside. Stiff arms. That's got to be a flag there. You got to throw a flag. You had two guys on top of him. Are you kidding me? Cornelson is all over.
Yes, that's.
I'll tell you what. I think there may be a report going in on this crew. And I'll tell you what, if they want to, they can use the broadcast. And, I mean, they've got the everything else, and they can just mute it.
Yeah.
Wow.
But why would you?
Hey, Keisha, if you want to look at this, I mean, you can mute it.
I mean,
unless you want to get some comedy.
McKelvey landed at the white line, and what is that? That's 3-4 yards past the sideline. There's 5 yards. I'll tell you what. I will tell you what right now. If I think the chippiness just went up another level.
Yeah.
I have a feeling now the players are in this. The players are pretty good at just kind of letting this go, but now all of a sudden you can just tell by the way everyone's talking, it's business now. You done woke a sleeping giant. So clock at 5:25 in the third.
I guess okay, we were still in the third quarter. I feel like we've been here for like an hour.
Oh, nice hit on Jennings.
And once again, they brought 9 guys. They brought 9 guys right at the line, and they're just attacking the run.
Yeah, Nate McKinney flew in there on that nose guard, that nose tag, and he just went, hello.
Yeah. So, I mean.
It's a good time for a pass.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, they have been daring the Blazers to throw the football and to air it out. And the Blazers sticking with the bread and butter, seeing what's worked with them. Obviously, you say over 3,100 yards rushing this season. So they're going to stick with it. I mean, watch how many guys they bring up.
Jennings cuts it inside. It gets up to the 31, closer to 30. And I'll tell you what, if Jennings doesn't get too far forward with himself,
he's gone.
Yeah, he just got too far forward with his weight. Feet couldn't catch up to where his shoulders were. Clock running at 4:24. Want everyone to meet us over here over at Planet Sub after the game for the post-game celebration. Thinking it, coming up with a win, 35-13 lead. McKelvey back to pass, looking for Gage Goley. Pass complete. Drags O'Husky with him. Touchdown, Blazers. 31-yard touchdown. Gage Goley with the touchdown reception. And I believe that is Gage Goley's first one of the year. And it is his first touchdown reception. High snap, kick is up, and good. Jared, do you want to go to a break or you want to keep it here? I thought I would check with you first. I don't know what happened to you.
Is it dead? No.
You don't have a mic? Oh my. We'll get it changed. Evidently my batteries died. Brand new batteries. 4:03 to go. We'll take a timeout in a second on the Blazer Broadcast Network.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. When your car looks good, you feel good. See how good you can feel today. Junior's Detail and Plasti Dip. 620-1253.
Humphreys Family Dentistry. For the best in general dentistry, Humphreys Family Dentistry will give you the smile you've always wanted. Make your appointment by calling 856-2333. That's 856-2333.
The Design Company Salon. Check them out on Facebook, and while you're there, you can book your appointment at the same time. The Design Company Salon, 136 East Main in Gardner.
These are just a few of the sponsors of the Blazer Broadcast Network.
Ryan Ragland, Will to throw McIntyre downstairs.
There we go. It's working.
Yeah.
I must have been cold. I don't know.
No, I changed batteries on it. I thought I got all the batteries charged up.
Yeah, this one's about dead.
I think that's the first
Shouldn't
flag
be.
that this guy's gotten right.
Just kicked out of bounds.
Are you keeping track on that one, Duck?
On this guy, I am.
What's his name? You have the card.
Yeah, he's Frodo back. No, Frodo.
He's got to go back to the facial recognition.
That's Greg Kulata.
Greg Kulata. That's the one that got knocked down.
That's a concussion.
Are you saying he's concussed? On the blitz and the sack for the Blazers. It wasn't Robertson this time. That was Atticus Ramsey. So Ramsey with the sack. Clock running at 3:45 in the third. 42-13 is the score. Second and 19.
This hasn't worked for you guys all night. I don't know why you don't go to something else. That's just me. 15 doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, the backside. Pritchard with the sack.
Watch out. Quit celebrating. Watch it. Slow down. They might flag you for taunting.
He's hurting.
Yeah,
he
got
smoked.
I'll tell you what. He may need the cold tub when he gets back to Northwest. He has absolutely been brutalized by Robertson, and now he gets blindsided by Pritchard on the blitz. And the thing
he is limp. He can't walk.
How can you not get him out of there? It's a freshman. You're down 42-13.
I mean, sending them.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've got to. I mean, I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, he's gun shy. What
I
is
would
this?
be too.
I think he's getting him for a hold.
Okay.
From where he threw the flag, yeah.
Yeah, he's absolutely. He does not want to get hit again.
I would decline it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd decline it too. But I mean, you've got to get Paulie out of there.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think you have to.
And I'll tell you right now, if I'm a parent, I'm going down there saying you better get him out of there right now.
And they are. Looks like he's coming off. I guess they're going to punt the ball.
Yeah,
but
4th and 24.
Yeah,